always loved by her father to protect her from contact with any prince or noble. Lily had always thought that her father did it because he wanted to ensure her safety. But the older she got, the more suffocated she felt, especially when Lily reached the age of marriage. Her father forbade her from dating and contacting any prince who came to ask to marry her. Father, I have grown up. I can choose who is right for me. Father, please.
My dear Lily, I understand your wishes, but what I am doing is only to protect you.
Lily heard her father's refusal and was extremely sad, and she could not understand why her father always forbade her. Suddenly, Kevin, a bodyguard who always followed and protected her, holding a rose to come and comfort her.
Princess, please don't be sad. The king only wants the best for you.
But I've grown up. I don't want to live like a bird locked in a cage. It's too lonely.
Let me take you to a place. You will surely love it.
Then Kevin led the princess to a colorful rose garden that made her happy to forget her sorrows. Since then, every time the princess was sad, Kevin brought a bright rose to comfort her. The two gradually became close and fell in love with each other. Despite knowing the feelings in his heart, Kevin still could not say because he knew the king would forbid this love. Then once, when Kevin brought the most beautiful red rose in the garden for Lily, she suddenly kissed him on the cheek. When Princess Lily's lips just touched Kevin's cheek, a light flashed, and the princess fainted.
Guards, the princess has fainted. Call the doctor.
The doctors in the palace rushed to the princess's room, but everyone couldn't find her illness. The king and Kevin were extremely worried. After 3 days in a coma, the princess finally woke up, but unfortunately, she lost her mind and became lifeless. Kevin looked at the princess in pain, but didn't know what to do.
Actually, my queen was a fairy. She had committed the crime of falling in love with ordinary people, and was also aggressive with the dark forces. So the evil witch hunted her and took revenge. To protect Princess Lily, she sacrificed herself to eliminate the witch. Before disappearing, the dark witch cast a curse. When the princess got her first kiss, she would become soulless and melancholy, and only the princess could lift the curse. That's why I forbade Lily from contacting Princess, forbidding her to fall in love. But I didn't expect. It's my fault. I'm the one who put the princess in danger. I can do anything to lift the curse for the princess. I have sent many knights to the fairyland to find help, but to no avail. They all gave up in the middle of the road because it was too difficult. I will save the princess no matter how difficult the challenges are, and I will not stop. Please allow me.
The king was moved and agreed to let Kevin go to the fairyland. Kevin crossed many mountains and extremely dangerous rapids. When feeling too tired, he sat down under a tree to rest, zooming his eyes far away, seeing the children carrying water while happily cheering for each other. His heart suddenly shone with glimmers of hope that Lily would wake up. Kevin eagerly mounted his horse, moved forward, and continued his journey. He had just gone a little way when he encountered a robber who was assaulting an old woman.
Stop, you scum! I'll teach you a lesson.
With his fine martial arts, it only took a few seconds to catch them.
Ma'am, here are your things.
Thank you. The heart of a brave young man is extremely valuable. Is there anything I can do for you?
Ma'am, could you show me the way to the fairyland? I want an answer to lift the curse for the princess.
fairyland. It's 10 mountains from here to the north. I believe that place will definitely give you the answer. Kevin thanked the old woman. Before leaving, he swung his sword and asked the woman if she wanted to punish these robbers.
Please, please forgive me. Because my mother is sick and I don't have money for medical treatment, I took the risk.
Hearing that, the old woman was touched and asked Kevin to forgive them. Kevin listened to the old woman and spared the robbers and continued his journey. Overcoming many dangerous mountains, he finally reached the fairyland. He used his sword to break the lock and snuck inside. As soon as the door was ajar, a faint smoke spread. A black shadow appeared right behind Kevin, and he passed out without realizing it. Kevin woke up, and in front of his eyes was the majestic elder fairy.
Sir, I'm Kevin from Bernicia Kingdom. Princess Lily of my kingdom was cursed and became lifeless. Please show me how to lift this curse. I've heard of that curse. That's because the old queen, Princess Lily's mother, violated the rules of Fairyland and also fought with the Dark Force. That curse could only be lifted by Princess Lily. Can't I do anything to help her? You are the only one who has overcome many difficulties to reach here. I will give you a magic potion that can help the princess regain her memories. But whether it can work or not depends on Princess Lily herself. To get the magic potion, you must solve my puzzle. Yes, I will try my best. Okay, then I ask you, what is the most precious thing in human life? The most precious thing?
Kevin fell into deep thought, remembering the time ago when he was happy next to Lily and painfully watched her become lifeless, and the arduous journey to overcome many challenges to get here. Looking at Kevin's thoughtful eyes, Elder seemed to understand his thoughts. The Elder cast a spell that made Kevin sink into a preconscious, and the memory pieces of Lily appeared in front of him. On one side was an image of Lily happily holding a fresh rose. On the other side was a melancholy Lily. In her hand was a withered rose.
The most precious thing in human life is the innocent soul when we were young. Is a brave and passionate heart when we grow up. It is an altruistic heart when we have experienced it, and especially a pure love that always wishes the best for the other person.
The Elder was very surprised by Kevin's excellent answer. Immediately gave him a magic water bottle and gave him instructions.
This water bottle has the effect of revitalizing any plant species. It will be the key that helps Lily find her memories.
Kevin happily thanked the Elder and quickly set off to return to the kingdom. Seeing Lily melancholy, Kevin was extremely heartbroken. He suddenly realized that Lily was still holding the most beautiful rose he had given her before.
Perhaps she still has some memories of our love.
Kevin remembered the Elder's words and poured the magic water on the withered rose. An instant flash of light surrounded the rose and made it lush again.
Lily, try to remember our beautiful memories, about our colorful rose garden, about our love. Fight the dark magic to save yourself and protect our love. Please.
Memories gradually appeared in Lily's head when she had Kevin as a friend every time she was happy and sad. Then the two people's first kiss in the rose garden. The love in her heart burst out and helped her lift the dark curse. Thank you! Thank you for saving me!
No, it was you who freed yourself. It was our love that created magic power.
Princess Lily escaping from the curse made the king extremely happy. He agreed for Kevin to marry Princess Lily. Since then, the bodyguard Kevin and Princess Lily were someone. However, it seemed she could only scream in despair. It turned out that the person she was looking for was her daughter. Unfortunately, she didn't get there in time when the shadow of the death that took her daughter away. How could she find her child? Let's find out with WOA Fairy Tales right away. Once upon a time, on a cold night, in a village that was frosty year-round, there lived a gentle, loving mother named Julia. She stayed awake for 3 days and 3 nights, going around begging the doctor to cure her child. However, not a single doctor dared to open the door to examine her child. Because the blizzard was so heavy these days, covering the whole sky. So they feared that the death would take this opportunity to disguise himself as a commoner, to cast spells, to catch weak souls, and bring them to hell. Julia had to bring her child home in despair. It was already dark when Julia got home. She was just coaxing her baby to sleep when there was a knock on the door. It's already late. Why is there still someone knocking on my door? Could it be the death that everyone is talking about? Is he planning to take my daughter away?
Excuse me, is anyone at home? I'm so cold.
This is the voice of an old man, not the voice of death. However, I still need to be careful.
Excuse me, could I get into your house and ask for a glass of warm water? It's so cold and a homeless person like me has nothing to endure through this blizzard. Please help me.
Although Julia also hesitated for fear of the death, she immediately opened the door to let him in because of her good nature and the poor appearance of the old man.
Thank you. You are so kind. But aren't you afraid that death will disguise himself as a commoner to capture your loved ones? You even opened the door to a stranger like me at a night like this.
No matter how much I fear death, I can't leave you in a lurch. I believe that when I help people, someone will help me when I'm in trouble. And if death comes here to capture my daughter, I am not afraid, and I will do anything to protect her.
Well said.
Before she could figure out what the old man meant, Julia was magically fell into a deep slumber by him, and then he revealed himself as death, taking Julia's daughter away.
How brave mother like you, Julia. Let's see what you can do to save your little girl.
When Julia woke up, she did not see her daughter and realized that the old man was dead, so she rushed out to find her child. My daughter! However, the response to Julia's call was still an eerie silence. I'm so sorry. Just because of my negligence, I lost you. Now, Mom can't hold you in my arms anymore. I can't tell you stories or sing lullabies at night anymore. You still have that chance, the poor mother. Who are you? You have a way to help me? I am the goddess of darkness. I have heard and enjoyed your sweet and clear voice for a long time, especially when you sang lullabies to your daughter. So if you agree to change your voice to me, I will show you the way to find your daughter. I agree. As long as I can find out where my daughter is, I'm willing to exchange anything. Then Julia raised her voice and gave it to the goddess of darkness. True to her promise, the goddess of darkness conjured Julia the way. Follow this fire. It will lead you to your daughter. Thank you! Having said that, Julia followed the fire, overcoming the stormy winds to find her daughter. There was only the last challenge left, that passing the ice lake, Julia could reach the whereabouts of death. However, the lake's surface was very slippery. No matter how hard she tried, she couldn't get over it. No, I have to try to get up. Definitely I have to find my daughter. But how could I cross the ice lake?
Of course, there is a way to cross this ice lake. However, the price to pay for my help, a god in this ice lake, is your bright, sparkling, beautiful eyes.
If these bright eyes can help me find my daughter, I'm willing to give them up. Without hesitation, Julia burst into tears because she missed her child. Drop by drop, her warm tears fell on the cold ice. She cried until her eyes dimmed when a light flashed from the lake.
I got the gift from you. Now, go to your daughter's place.
As soon as he finished speaking, the god of the lake took Julia to the whereabouts of death. However, even though Julia could only see the blur ahead, she still decided to enter the gates of hell to see death. Even the magic of hell made Julia old and weak. She still did not give up hope of finding her daughter.
Ha 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 ha! You're finally here, Julia.
Death! Give me back my child!
Ha 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 ha!
Why did you do this to me? Why did you turn into an old man, taking advantage of my kindness and then using a scheme to take my child like that?
Because I want to test how great the so-called mother's love is, to see if you can overcome all the challenges. But Julia, you have shown me how good a mother's heart is, and how strong your resilience is. Therefore, I will give you a chance to save your child.
Then Death made two transparent glass spheres. A sphere with a picture of Julia's daughter laughing happily. The other sphere showed a scene of a sad, weak child under the snow.
Observe carefully and choose one of these two spheres to help your child come back to life.
Thank you, Death.
Julia gently observed the images inside these spheres. At this moment, she clearly noticed the laughter, the warmth of her daughter radiating around. However, on the other sphere, she felt that the poor child was sad and tired, but still smiling when she saw her mother. It was such a beautiful scene of motherhood, which made Julia flutter.
If I choose one of the two spheres, what will happen to the other one?
If you choose your child's sphere, your child will return to Earth, but the child in the other sphere will be taken away by me, and vice versa.
Can't I save both of them? They're all poor babies.
You cannot.
If I selfishly harm innocent people because of my daughter, it would be too cruel. And if I don't choose my daughter, I'm just a bad mother who doesn't know how to protect her child. No matter what I have to pay, even if I have to sacrifice my life, I will still save both babies and help them have a peaceful and healthy life.
Saying that, Julia transferred her warmth into the two spheres. When Julia opened her eyes, she found herself at her house with her healthy daughter by her side. What's happened? How can we get back here? And why am I back to normal?
Huh?
Didn't you say that if you help others, kindness will be rewarded? Through many challenges, you proved your kindness and great heart. Therefore, I brought you here and only took 10 years of your life as a condition of exchange to save your child.
Thank you very much.
No, I should be the one to thank you. Thank you for showing me the goodness of the human heart, and I hope you live happily ever after.
After that, Death said goodbye to Julia and her daughter and disappeared. And then Julia and her daughter lived happily ever after. In a western village, there lived a couple of witches living happily together with their daughter, Wanda. It was thought that the secret of their identity would be hidden forever. But from the east, the fierce demons suddenly came to riot. Seeing the urgent situation, Wanda's family was forced to use magic in front of the people. However, in order to protect everyone, Wanda's parents willingly accepted to use all their strength, trying to block the strongest magic attack from the Demon King's magic stone. When the demons dispersed and retreated, Wanda's parents also fell. Wanda rushed to use her healing powers to save her parents, but she realized that the magic wouldn't work this time. Wanda, don't blame yourself. No matter how strong your healing magic is, it can't undo the Demon King's strongest spell. So...
We may not be able to survive, but I hope you will always smile and do good deeds without asking for anything in return.
After giving their last words to Wanda, her parents passed away. Wanda suffered, and suddenly she spread a strange power around the village. Seeing that the demons were gone, the people also flocked to Wanda to chase her away.
It's all because your family is a witch, so you attracted those demons to invade our village. That's right, go away!
Because her body was still weak after the battle, and no one would listen to her, Wanda accepted to leave. After a year, Wanda lived far away from the villagers and suffered a bad reputation, but she always silently helped them. However, as Wanda was happily helping people, she suddenly heard a noise behind her. As it turned out, it was a friend of the knights Wanda had just saved, named Vic. Returning a few hours ago, while his friends were dehydrated from fatigue, he was looking for a source of water and accidentally ran into Wanda on his return.
Sorry, but are you a witch?
Oh no, he saw me saving them. If I let him know that I live by, the people will know and chase me away. I have to hide first. Thinking about it, Wanda rushed to escape, but Vic also quickly chased after her. Of course, Vic's speed still couldn't match Wanda's, so he was gradually left behind and accidentally fell into a bottomless swamp.
Oh no! Help me!
Hearing the cry for help, Wanda couldn't leave them, so she went back to save the poor people.
Please do not go. I just want to thank you for your noble deeds. And I don't think you are the evil witch, Wanda.
How do you know I'm Wanda?
Because when I came back to the village to visit my hometown, I heard a story about an evil Wanda witch's family living near the forest that attracted demons a year ago, but they were chased away.
Oh?
But please don't be sad. In front of us right now, you're a really very kind girl and always ready to help people. So I'm sure you're not as bad as people say.
Wanda saw that Vic was not a bad person, and he even enthusiastically started a conversation with her. Wanda was sad and told Vic the whole incident that year. After hearing, Vic offered to help Wanda return to the village to clear things up. But what if people don't want to hear me and accept me?
I'll help you. Moreover, you are very kind and benevolent. Surely people will soon understand and accept you.
But I still feel insecure inside.
What's wrong? You don't believe I'll help you? If I lie, you can punish me with magic at any time.
Well then, I'll try to bet on going back to the village this time with you. When they returned and explained everything to their knight friends, Wanda and Vic decided to return to the village with them. At first, the villagers who saw Vic and the knights welcomed them with great joy, especially the village chief, Vic's father. However, when Vic told them that Wanda was a good witch and that her family had helped everyone a lot, they all denied it.
Vic, you have been enchanted by her. How can a witch be kind and bring good things?
But...
Everyone, let's chase her away!
Not believing Vic and Wanda's explanation, the village chief and the villagers began to chase her away. But an incident happened when the fire in the hand of a villager accidentally burned a nearby house. This caused the roof of that house to almost fall over a child. But thanks to Wanda's agility and magic, the child was safe. Not only that, Wanda also healed the child's wound right in front of everyone. That made the people very surprised, confused, and rethink about Wanda.
Father and the people have seen that. Wanda is always ready to help people, despite being shunned by everyone. I ask everyone to give Wanda a chance to prove herself.
Finally, being moved by the hearts of Vic and Wanda, the people also agreed. Since then, with Vic's help, Wanda had always tried to use magic to save the people. Gradually, Wanda gained the trust of everyone and grew feelings more and more with Vic.
Hello, darling. I have this flower for you.
Thank you very much. However, the joy didn't last long as the Demon King rose again after recovering his stone's powers with the goal this time to destroy Wanda and the villagers. Seeing the Demon King and demons coming to destroy the village, Wanda and Vic teamed up to fight them. However, no matter how much Wanda tried to fight, her strength was still limited and she couldn't confront the Demon King directly. So in the end, she was defeated. In order not to want anyone to support Wanda anymore, the Demon King pushed Vic away. However, Vic realized that the stone in front of the Demon King's chest was the source of all his magic. Before letting the Demon King defeat Wanda, Vic tried to control him.
You idiot! Get off me! Otherwise I will not spare your life.
Even so, I won't give up and let you hurt my lover. Besides, I will personally eliminate you to save everyone.
Saying that, Vic removed the stone of the Demon King's chest from his body, causing a great power to be released and detonated. Seeing Vic injured, Wanda rushed to him to heal the wound. But again, because the dark magic from the Demon King's stone was so strong, Wanda still couldn't save Vic, just like she couldn't save her parents before.
Wanda, don't cry. I always want to see your happy smile in the morning. To be with you hand in hand to help people, and to greet my darling every day. Maybe those words are impossible now, but I still wish you to live happily with the people you love.
No, Vic. We will say hello every day. Help everyone and live happily until the end of this life, as long as you stay with me.
Wanda, I'm sorry.
After burying Vic, Wanda was always in a sad mood despite being encouraged and helped by the people. And this time, when Wanda's distressed mood reached its peak, she inadvertently released a strange source of power throughout the village again. A light suddenly shone in Wanda's direction, and a familiar voice rang out.
Hello, darling!
Wow! What a beautiful day! It's suitable to tell you all a fairy tale. Anyone want to hear?
Yes, we want to hear!
So I will tell you an interesting story.
Once upon a time in the kingdom of gods and fairies, there lived two ancient fairies who ruled that kingdom. They had two children, an elder son and a younger daughter. On the day the younger girl fairy had been born, Rainbow appeared. All the flowers blossomed, and the birds flew around to welcome her to the life. She smiled, and suddenly a flower garden appeared. My beloved daughter, every flower just bloomed to welcome you. So we'll call you Flora. That means a beautiful flower. Is that okay? Flora got more and more beautiful as she grew up, and she was also gentle and obedient. So she was much pampered by her parents and her brother. More than that, Flora was also hardworking and sociable. Every day she flew around the kingdom, used her power to fill her kingdom with full of fragrant flowers. This made her become more and more famous. Everyone loved her so much. That day, when she was doing her daily works, she suddenly heard a harmonious sound from below. Flora seemed to be enchanted by this sound. She followed this sound of flute, and finally, she reached a large green pasture. There was a shepherd passionately playing the flute there. Flora gently hid behind a tree, listening to the melodious sound of his flute. When the sound stopped, she clapped her hands unconsciously, making him startled. The shepherd was really surprised. They looked at each other shyly.
Hello, I'm Finn, the shepherd of this pasture. Who are you? Why are you hiding behind that tree?
I'm Flora, a princess of that kingdom above. I mean no harm. Don't worry, I just admire your flute sound. Can you play another song?
Of course I can. I'll play another song for you.
Flora sat next to him, listened to the sound with fascination, and unconsciously sang along. Things kept going like that. He played the flute, and she sang along for the whole afternoon. Suddenly, the evening came. Oh, it's evening already. I have to go back.
So will you come back here?
Of course! From now on, I will come here every day to listen to your flute. Is that okay?
It's definitely okay. So I will wait for you here every day.
Yes, you have my words. But now I have to go. Goodbye! From that moment, Flora flew to Earth every day to visit Finn. He played the flute. She sang the songs. They had fun together, losing track of time. They talked about their life and gradually fell in love with each other. Flora flew to Earth every day from dusk till dawn. She even neglected her daily works, making the plants of Fairy Kingdom and even the plants on Earth wither. Flora's parents were really surprised about that, so they ordered a little fairy to follow and watch over Flora. My king! My queen! After following the princess, I have discovered a thing. What thing? Quickly tell us. I discovered that recently, the princess had always flew to Earth to play around with a shepherd. They looked so close. It seemed like they had fallen in love with each other.
No way. A member of Fairy Kingdom can never love a human. More than that, she even forgot all of her duties, making all the plants withered.
The king was so angry that he ordered people to keep Flora locked in a room, preventing her from going to find Finn. After being locked in that room, Flora was really nervous. She's afraid that if Finn hadn't seen her coming, he would have been worried for her. Therefore, Flora used her power to make a flower growing next to the place Finn used to sit. Finn, it's me, Flora. My parents knew our relationship and they kept me locked in a room. Don't worry for me. I will be all right. I will try a way to go there to see you as soon as possible.
No, stay there. I will find a way to go up there to meet you and persuade your parents. Believe me.
How do you intend to do that?
I will try by all means to build a bridge to go there and meet you.
No, don't do that. It's really dangerous. I cannot let you risk for me like that.
Please rest assured. I will be really careful and I will do everything for us to be together.
That's okay. But promise me, don't put yourself in danger. I will wait for you. With the determination of building that bridge, everyday Finn rolled the large rocks, made giant dunes of soil with the hope of completing the bridge as soon as possible. However, it's a travesty that his bridge was collapsed by the spell of Flora's parents when it's just half done. Finn would never give up. He determined to build a new bridge once again. He rolled the large rocks until his hands got scratches, and they were bleeding. In Fairy Kingdom, Flora saw it all. She couldn't just stay there to see her lover miserable. She hastily tied all the vines into a giant rope, snuck out of the room, and threw it to Finn. Finn grabbed the rope and quickly climbed up, but the rope was only made by thin vines, and it was torn apart when Finn just reached halfway. Seeing her lover in danger, Flora flew down to grab him, despite everything. However, Flora was only a fragile fairy. She was not able to pull them up. They got exhausted and gradually fell off the cliff. At that very moment, a flock of swans appeared. They all together connected into a bridge to support the couple. It turned out that their love had touched every creature. All the birds together also gave hand to help them. After being safe, Flora and Finn held each other's hand and went to the Fairy Kingdom. Flora's parents were really touched, but they still want to challenge Finn more.
Your love for my daughter really touched me. However, I have one last challenge for you. If you can overcome this challenge, I will allow both of you to love each other. However, this challenge will be really difficult and painful. Will you accept it?
Yes, of course. I will accept it by all costs.
The king nodded and casted a spell to make a long path appear. There were thorns and fire below, waiting Finn to come.
I will give you another opportunity to give up this challenge. Have you thought about it thoroughly?
Finn didn't hesitate to move forward, trying to walk as fast as possible on the challenging path. Finn, stop it! You don't have to risk your life! Look at your bleeding feet!
For you, I can even risk my life. It's just nothing.
Finn kept moving forward till the end of that path. Suddenly, an aura appeared and covered him, making all the wounds heal.
You have done a good job, boy. You didn't disappoint me. I hereby dismiss the ban on the love between human and fairy, and I accept your love with my daughter.
Flora and Finn rushed to hug each other so tight. From that day, they lived a happy life together forever after. Once upon a time in a kingdom, there was a beautiful princess named Aurora. Aurora was deeply loved by her father. He taught her archery, horse fighting, sword fighting, with the hope that when she grew up, Aurora would become a benevolent and brave successor. Unfortunately, the older Aurora grew, the more lazy she became. She ordered the servants to do everything. She especially liked to sleep, often arriving late or absent from important kingdom ceremonies, simply because she was asleep. One day, Aurora was sitting on a palanquin to go to the temple of the goddess Thera to attend an important rite of sacrifice in early spring. Then suddenly, she saw an amazing light in the house far away. Aurora was attracted when she saw the mysterious house, and she didn't want to go to the boring ceremony. So she thought of a way to escape without being disturbed by the guards. Stop! Stop! Go back to the palace and get me a snowflake-shaped hairpin. Without it, I wouldn't go to the ceremony. Hurry back and get it. I'll wait here. The soldiers hurried back to the palace, and Aurora quickly followed the emitting light and stopped in front of a small house. Hello, dear Princess Aurora. I have been waiting for you for a long time. I would like to introduce myself. I am Miam, a powerful witch who has the wish orb. This orb says that you always want to sleep comfortably without being woken by anyone, right? I will help you make that wish come true. You will sleep as much as you like, and when you want to wake up, just call my name 3 times. The more people I help achieve their wishes, the more powerful this orb will be. Come on, Aurora. Are you ready? Sleep as long as I want? How great! Whenever I want to wake up, I just call her name. I have nothing to lose and can sleep comfortably. Okay, this orb is so wonderful. How can I refuse? Come on, touch the orb and think of your wish. So Aurora was tricked by the witch into the world of sleep without knowing that she was a cruel person who stole people's time so that she could become younger and more beautiful. How wonderful is the taste of youth and beauty. The longer you sleep, the younger I will be. And if you keep sleeping and sleeping forever, your longevity, your beauty will belong to me. At the same time, Aurora's mind also woke up. She panicked and looked around. The white space was terrifyingly quiet. This empty place is my wish? Miam! 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 Why didn't she show up? Did she deceive me? All right, just stay here and sleep for a while. Aurora was just half asleep when suddenly a noise woke her up.
Come on!
There is someone here! Aurora hurriedly ran around looking for and stopped in front of an endless high mountain with steps separated by arm's length, extremely dangerous. Hey man, what are you doing?
Hello, miss. Who are you?
Are you okay?
It's okay, I'm used to it. Were you also tricked by the evil witch Miam into this world of sleep?
Well...
Poor you. But it's okay. Just past this mountain, we will reach the gate of the world of sleep, where there is a magic orb. We'll smash it and get out of here.
I have to climb a mountain without seeing the top. Very tired then. It's also good to be here. You don't lose energy, and you can sleep as much as you want. You even don't have to do anything.
God, do you know what will happen to us? Look!
Philip reached out his hand to gently touch the white membrane around. Suddenly, the reflection of the king and queen everywhere, looking for someone to save the princess in pain and despair, appeared. Oh no! My father and my mother!
When we get lost here, our loved ones will be extremely painful and worried about us. Miam will always show us their suffering so that we will be more tormented and sad, and thus she will easily absorb the power faster. Follow me, I'll show you this. Look, when they get lost in this world, they're all young boys and girls like us. But because their will to escape is corroded, their beauty and longevity have been absorbed by Miam. If we keep procrastinating and enjoying this magical sleep, we will be just like them.
Oh my god! Is that true? I'm getting old! Quick, get me out of here! Please!
Okay, let's cross that mountain together. Set foot on the gate of this world.
On the way, they met an old woman leaning on a cane, with a tired face collapsed on the side of the road. Aurora and Philip quickly helped the old woman sit up. Appreciated by the kindness of the two, the old woman gave them a knife and a rope. Try to break this world of sleep. I don't have the strength to get out of here. It's all thanks to the two of you. The two bowed their heads in thanks and continued their journey.
Let's start!
The two worked hard, climbing up each extremely dangerous ladder.
Oh, your physical strength is quite good.
Well, I was taught martial arts by my father from a young age. There is not a mountain in the kingdom that I have not yet conquered. But because I was lazy, refusing to learn martial arts, so my health is a bit weaker. If only I had worked harder, I wouldn't have been tricked by Miam.
So what did she say to you?
She said I would be able to sleep as much as I could, and just call her name 3 times to wake up. Who knows?
It's okay. I was tricked by her too. She always pretends to satisfy all the unreasonable desires of people to push them into this place, which is very dangerous.
That I'm too lazy. I have betrayed my father.
It's okay, you're changing for the better. Take a look down at how far you've come.
Wow! We're almost there! Suddenly, there were a lot of small stones fell from the top of the mountain, causing both of them to be surprised. Aurora almost slipped and fell.
Take this, Aurora!
Ah! Ah, help! I can't give up! It's almost there! After many efforts, the two also reached the top of the mountain, where the magic orb was emitting a magical light. We nailed it! The magic orb is here! Feeling that someone was about to touch the wish orb, the witch immediately went into the dream world and quickly stopped their plan. It's too early to celebrate! Who do you think you are? Watch this! Haha, lazy princess, what can you do? Stay in this world of sleep. You just need to rest without doing anything. No one will call you to study or practice swords. How leisurely. I won't have to do anything. Just sleep.
Aurora, wake up! Don't let her charm you!
Aurora was clutching her head in pain. Philip's call seemed to wake her up. Childhood images kept appearing in her mind. Why? Why? I ended up like this. What should I do? The witch took the opportunity when Aurora was struggling in pain, hastily sucked Aurora's lifespan, causing her to quickly become old. No! No! I definitely won't let you two down! Childhood memories reminded her of her old self, who was extremely strong and always working hard. She seemed to wake up, realizing her true self was not what the witch said. No one can steal anything from me without my permission! I'm going to destroy this stupid world! Ma'am, take this! You! Philip, are you okay?
I'm fine. You have defeated the witch. It's spectacular.
That's right. Now, world of sleep, go away! After Aurora woke up, she rushed back to the palace to meet her parents and correct her mistake. I'm sorry, you two. I betrayed you two. From now on, I will change, become a worthy successor. From then on, Aurora practiced swordsmanship, archery, and reading. She often disguised herself as a commoner to go out of the palace, visit, and help the people. Once, she ran into Philip again when she was leaving the palace. Philip? Is that you?
Right, Aurora. I didn't expect to see you again.
Later, Aurora became the queen to rule the kingdom, and Philip became a general, Aurora's right-hand man. Look, the sparkling meteor lifted the prince and the princess up. What would happen to them? Let's follow WOA Fairy Tales with today's story. From the earliest of time, the supreme god divided the world into 3 lands. One with full of ice, which was ruled by the Ice King, and another hot land with full of brightness, which was ruled by the master of the holy flame. And the remaining one was a secret land, which no one knew what was inside of it. Although having great powers, the two kings really hated each other. They were always angry with each other and argued about who had the supreme power. The rivalry made the people in those lands suffer a terrible time. One land was too cold and the other was too hot. Moreover, their hateful attitude even brought troubles to their own family. At that time, the two queens were both pregnant. To celebrate that great event, the supreme power held a party for anyone to come and congratulate the two kings. Everyone thought that for the important party, the two kings would drop their ego. However, it didn't happen. They continued to argue and the fighting broke out.
I cannot stand his hateful face. He pretends to be cold all the time.
Who's hateful? Who pretends to be cold? You're not better than me. Why do you have to be uptight and hot-tempered the whole time?
Yes, hot-tempered, but my fire can melt down your ice. Just admit it. You're always weaker than me.
What did you say? You think I'm weaker than you? I dare you to fight with me!
Then they started to fight. Unfortunately, while they were fighting against each other, they couldn't control their powers, making it flew out of the battle scope. The ice power flew into the body of the Fire Queen, and the fire power came into the body of Ice Queen. Everything was still fine until the two queens gave birth to their children. The Queen of Fire Kingdom gave birth to a prince named Fidel. He inherited the fire power, but he had an ice birthmark on his forehead and a cold heart. The ice heart seemed to extinguish his life flame. Frosa, princess from the Ice Kingdom, was not better. She was born with a fire birthmark on her forehead and a burning heart. This made her painful all the time. The prince and the princess brought an opposite curse along with them, making them weaker and weaker day by day. Worrying for their children, the two kings had to make peace. Together they went to find the Supreme God.
My Supreme God, we really regret about our extravagance, which badly affected the two kids. We will do everything to change. Please, have mercy on them. Please, save them.
Yes, we will take all the responsibilities, and even the consequences. We just want to save them. They were so poor. If the kids wanted to be saved, they will have to go to the mysterious land by themselves and find the meteor. Whether they can save themselves or not, it all depends on their bravery and intelligence. That's all I can help.
Following his instructions, the prince and the princess arranged to meet each other at the forest before the mysterious land. Together, they crossed the forest and reached the mysterious land. Right after stepping inside, they were blocked by a lava river with hot and strong current. It's nothing, just a lava river. You can back up. I will freeze it. Why that stubborn river doesn't even move? It's pissing me off.
Let me try. I also had an ice heart. I will try to use both powers.
The prince came closer to the lava river. He combined the two powers and turned the lava river into a giant stone. The princess quickly crossed the river. However, the stone is still hot, making her leg get burned. She immediately got back.
If you don't mind, I can carry you to cross the river. I'm not afraid of that hot stone, so I could do it faster.
So please help me. Being on the princess' back, Froza found her heart racing. Getting across the river, they found a shining half of a red gem. They immediately put it away and continued the journey. Crossing the lava river, they reached an ice land. There was an ice rain with the ice spike falling down from the sky. The ice princess quickly came up with an idea. She created a firm ice shield to protect the two. Together, they walked through the pointy ice spike. Unfortunately, getting halfway, the shield was broken down by the weight of the ice spikes. As his nature response, Fidel hugged Froza and covered her. A sharp ice spike flew towards them. Froza unconsciously raised her arm to cover. Right at that moment, the firepower inside her body was activated, and it melted the ice spikes down. They successfully crossed the ice land and collected half of the blue gem. Because they had used opposite powers for so long, the two became weaker and weaker. They tried to walk slowly toward the secret land. Finally, they reached a gate with moon and star patterns carved onto it. There was a circular hole in the middle of the gate.
I got it, Froza! Give me the remaining piece of gem!
The Ice Prince had to assemble 2 pieces of the gem together and fill it into the hole. And he could open the gate successfully. Stepping inside the gate, everything was covered by the thick, dark fog. They couldn't see each other. Fidel! Fidel! Where are you? Can you hear me? At that time, there was a shadow which looked like Fidel appeared. It immediately attacked Froza.
Naive princess, I'm your Fidel. It was so lucky you didn't realize that I have taken advantage of you for our whole journey. Now, I'm at the place I want to be. Meteor can only save one of us, so I have to send you to hell!
At first, Rosa was really angry, but she quickly realized the contradiction in those words. The fog was all around. How could Fidel know exactly where I was? Moreover, Fidel was really kind. He ignored all the dangers to save me. He would never do that. Imposter! You're not Fidel for sure! My Fidel will never be as evil as you! Froza slashed the shadow, making it broken. And the fog was drifted away. A vault of the sky appeared, with a sparkling meteor in the middle, and the two could see each other.
Froza! Here you are! I've been looking for you! Are you okay? You made me so nervous!
I'm alright, don't worry! Right at that moment, the meteor shone and flew toward Froza. Fidel, that meteor can save only one person. I'll give this life to you. For me, just live a happy life.
No, Froza. The meteor flew to you. It chose you. Don't worry about me. Quickly, use it!
You're smarter and calmer than me. You will be able to achieve great things in the future. Just take it. When I'm gone, please take care of my parents for me. Finally, Fidel pretended to agree, and suddenly he pushed the star toward Froza. Froza was really surprised, but right at the moment when the meteor hadn't entered her body, she rushed there and hugged Fidel tight. The meteor shone, and the two flew up. The two powers escaped from their bodies, combined and vanished, and the birthmarks on their foreheads also disappeared. Fidel, can you see it? The curse is lifted. We are alive.
Yes, the curse is lifted, but our love will not end, right? Froza, will you agree to be with me and extend this love to the end of our lives?
I agree. After overcoming the danger, they came back together. The two kings realized their mistakes. They made peace together and gave the throne to their children. Princess Froza and Fidel Prince soon took the thrones. The two kingdoms united together as one, making the fine weather with 4 seasons. And the people lived in happiness and peace forever after.
Once upon a time, in a beautiful kingdom, there were 2 twin princesses named Mona and Lisa. They were known for being extremely beautiful, gentle, innocent, and immature. In the eyes of everyone, the 2 of them were like white swans, beautiful and flawless.
Oh, our princesses, how lovely they are.
One day, the king organized the 20-year-old's birthday celebration for 2 princesses, Mona and Lisa. There were many wealthy men, as well as nobles, appeared to introduce themselves, and they hoped to catch the 2 princesses' eyes. Among them, there was an elegant young man named Sully, who took the initiative to talk to Princess Mona.
It's my honor to meet you, Princess Mona.
My pleasure. And you are?
Your Highness, I am Sully, a noble from Bala. I'm so fortunate to have the opportunity to attend your birthday.
I really appreciate your attendance at my party. What an honor.
Princess Mona, your smile is so beautiful, shining like a sun. It will be the most meaningful thanked gift in my life if I can be with you and see that smile every day.
You're exaggerating. I'm just a little princess.
Mona, do you know that there is a royal family member kidnapped case in the neighboring country?
I knew it. Princess Liam is a good friend. Poor him. But why are you bringing this up?
Don't worry. If you have me by your side, that will never happen to you.
Thank you, but...
I heard rumors that the Moonlight Knight was the one who kidnapped Prince Liam. With such an evil sly, I am sure that I will be able to defeat him.
Sir, where did you hear the rumor? I don't think the Moonlight Knight would do such a terrible thing.
For me, those who rob people, no matter what they rob, from the rich or poor, they are always crimes. They are all pathetic losers.
Realizing her sister was in need of help, her older sister, Princess Lisa, immediately understood and freed her sister from this awkward situation. Oh no! Oh, I'm sorry for interrupting, but I'll have to take her to change clothes. Please forgive me.
No worries. Take your time. I can wait.
After returning to their private room, the 2 princesses, Mona and Lisa, returned to their true self. It's so frustrating. He said the Moonlight Knight was nothing more than ordinary bandits. He even blamed us for kidnapping Liam. What does he know about the Moonlight Knights? He even asked to stand up for me. Where does he get such confidence? What can someone who brags about his family background and unimaginable powers do when he meets the Moonlight Knight? I really want to see his face when he finds out who we are. He dared to smear us. Those who are prejudiced against Moonlight Knight are definitely bad guys. Of course, the Moonlight Knights have always acted in good faith, helping the poor people. It is unacceptable to hear his words. I have to teach him a lesson. It's showtime. Going back to the party room, Sully was still the one who was the fastest to approach the 2 princesses. However, he did not know that he was in the sights of 2 naughty princesses. Mona chose a beautiful cream cake, but accidentally or intentionally, the cake fell to the ground.
Please, Princess, let me handle this.
Just waiting for that, Princess Lisa just pushed a little bit. The young man immediately paid for what he had said. Oh my god! Oh no!
Princess, you 2...
We are so sorry! It's my fault. I'm so sorry.
But, well, that's okay. I don't blame you 2. Excuse me, Princess. I'll probably have to leave first for today's party.
If you need compensation for the shirt, Please leave a message for us. We will pay for it.
Princess Mona, you don't need to do that. Forgive me, I have to leave.
With such a smooth plan, it was not easy for someone like Sully to realize that he had been plotted by two princesses.
We nailed it!
The two princesses suddenly found a very mysterious message.
Tonight in the forest, the eastern wooden house. 200,000 gold coins. Confidential transactions. No delay.
Why do words seem so dangerous? Where did this thing come from? The two princesses did not take long to guess the owner of this message.
Sully!
I begin to have a bad feeling about what's going to happen tonight.
How can those who think badly of the Moonlight Knight be good?
So the Moonlight Knights have to figure it out carefully. Any carelessness and regret are not allowed.
That's what I mean!
The Moonlight Knight went to the appointed place before the time indicated on the piece of paper, and she discovered a wooden house in the pine forest. The Moonlight Knight saw a delinquent sitting in front of the house, and he was dozing off. She approached the wooden house and discovered that there was a person inside with a cloth sack covering his head and tied to a chair. The knight sneaked in and opened the cloth sack to discover that the person was Prince Liam, who was kidnapped in the neighboring country. Liam, are you Liam?
Help!
He is the real Liam. They kidnapped him. At this moment, a cage collapsed, trapping the two inside. It turned out that this place had set up a trap waiting for her to arrive. In an instant, a few rough guys appeared, including the handsome and elegant Sully.
Well, well, well. Let's see who we've just caught. This outfit, you must be the legendary Moonlight Knight, mustn't you?
Did you know I would come to this place?
I knew you would come here. No, not at all. This trap is set for any curious person who has accidentally picked up our transaction messages. I accidentally dropped something so important. How can I let go of those curious and brave people? Your appearance is indeed beyond my judgment. God sent me a wonderful gift.
Why did you catch Liam and bring him here?
Anyway, since you're about to be eliminated, I'll be pleased to reveal a bit of information to you. I didn't just kidnap Liam. I want to capture Princess Mona, too. Think about it. What will happen if Prince Liam is appearing here, then being eliminated in this country?
War? You want war?
Why not? Your two countries are at war, and we will stand to provide weapons and get benefits. What could be better than that?
You are really evil. We really don't look at the wrong people.
We?
Her word we revealed the secret of the Moonlight Knight.
What's happened?
The Moonlight Knight only needs a dim light from the moon to defeat the bad guys, just like her nickname. In front was a knight. Behind him was also a knight. Who was the real one?
Who are you?
I'm the Moonlight Knight.
And you are not the Moonlight Knight?
I'm the Moonlight Knight.
You...
Not waiting for a more reasonable opportunity, the Moonlight Knight quickly launched a kick, giving her companion the opportunity to get out of a difficult situation.
There are two Moonlight Knights?
No one stipulates that there is only one. You are so naive.
However, in front of an evil person like Sully, a Moonlight Knight was a bit careless.
Do you think that is enough to humiliate me? You're too naive.
Taking the opportunity, the Moonlight Knight tried to get Prince Liam out of the cage.
You are... Mona! Princess Mona!
Surprise? He had only just realized the true identity of the Moonlight Knight when he was defeated by the knight. That's for my sister!
Are you Mona and Lisa?
Ooh, he seems smarter than his look.
I know your secret. I'll let everyone know about your identity.
Do anything you want.
Do you think people would believe you if you accuse us? After the information reached the king, the nobleman Sully was imprisoned forever for the crime of kidnapping the royal family and plotting wars between nations.
The Moonlight Knights are Princess Mona and Lisa. Believe me. Stop talking! Our princesses are all noble ladies. They can't even lift a sword. Can you say something more believable?
On the side of the kidnapped prince, the neighboring king personally came to welcome him with boundless joy and happiness. Thanks to this incident, the two countries had tightened their lasting friendship even more than before.
Thank you, Moonlight Sisters.
Fairy Rosie and the handsome fairy Flynn that many people admired. Rosie was a stubborn and naughty girl who had always made fun of Flynn, while Flynn was always tolerant and gentle, taking care of Rosie. In particular, in the fairyland where they lived, there was a legend about a lake known as the Forbidden Land of Death, deep in the mysterious forest. This forest was also rumored to be the shelter of a dark evil witch named Helen. People were always advised by the elder fairy to stay away from this place because there was sealing an extremely dangerous dark thing. If there was anybody who liberated it, this fairyland would be in danger, and the fairies would also be in trouble. However, Rosie was extremely curious about it.
Flynn, I heard that the lake is the lake of wishes. As long as you go there to make a wish, all your wishes will come true.
But that was the Forbidden Land. We shouldn't trespass.
We are fairies. We have magic. What are we afraid of? I want to go there to make a wish for our love.
Then Rosie took Flynn's hand and pulled him to the door of the mysterious forest. Flynn worried and stopped Rosie.
Rosie, I don't think we should disobey the Elder. What if we put everyone in danger?
I only go there to make a wish. I won't cause any danger. If you don't come with me, I will go alone.
After that, Rosie ran away and walked through the door of the forest. Flynn worried and hurried to chase her. As soon as they walked through the forest, both of them were dumbfounded. In front of them was a wonderfully brilliant and sparkling scene.
Oh, how beautiful this place is. Come on, Flynn, let's go to the Lake of Wishes.
But the Elder told...
Just a wish. It won't take too long. Don't you love me?
Flynn helplessly followed Rosie to the end of the forest.
Rosie.
I, Flynn. We wish that we would love each other forever and ever.
When their hands just touched the water surface, a black vortex rose from the bottom of the lake, bringing a terrible laugh.
Finally, I'm freed!
Suddenly, the forest became dark. Black smoke spread, and the witch with a sinister face appeared.
Who are you?
Where did you come from?
Me? I am the one who was sealed by your elder fairy for thousands of years in this cold, deep lake. Just now, I was freed by the two of you. We did nothing. Yes, you did nothing, but your selfishness with insistence on doing what you want, Rosie, and your frustration but helplessness. Flynn is the key for me to be released. You are the legendary Dark Witch Helen? That's right, it's me.
Hearing that, Flynn worriedly pulled Rosie's hand and ran away. Wanna run away? It's not that easy! Rosie angrily turned around to fight the witch. But before she could do anything, a huge bolt of magic rushed towards her. Help me! Flynn, wake up! It was my fault. I am so selfish. This guilty feeling of yours is so great! The more negative emotions you have, the stronger I become. You are so cruel. Evil is the power of strength. Remember the old days? I used to spread fear and jealousy to this fairyland, making the fairies riotous and turn to slaughter each other, which helped my strength increase enormously. I thought I would become the reigning queen here, but I never thought that your elder took everything from me and sealed me in the cold lake bottom for 1,000 years. How lonely it was. Because you deserve it. A person like you will be alone for the rest of your life. Then all of us will be trying the taste of solitude together. And it will start with you. Watch me. The witch shot magic at the two of them. But to her surprise, her magic was repelled by their love. Impossible! That is the power of love, which you can never have. That is also the thing that broke your seal. Negative emotion has no power. I tell you what power is. Yeah! After saying that, Rosie tried her best to shoot magic bolts at the witch, but her strength could not match the witch's dark power. Are you confident about your love? Then I will use Flynn to practice magic and make Flynn hate you! That hatred will make me stronger than ever. And you will have to suffer excruciating pain. Wait and see! Rosie panicked and ran to Flynn, but it was too late. The witch took him away. Flynn! Flynn! Oh, my Flynn! Rosie was extremely regretful and worried. Because of her own impulsiveness and selfishness, she had put Flynn in danger, and the safety of the fairyland was also threatened. Rosie hastily flew over to beg for the elder's help. Elder, please help me. I broke the seal and freed the evil witch Helen. She took Flynn away. What do you say? Helen is freed? I only went to the forbidden land of death to make a wish. But who would have thought about? The elder sighed, looking at Rosie's wounds, and gently used healing magic for her. Actually, Helen is my sister, but she blindly followed the dark power, using people's negative emotions to build her strength. I did not mercilessly eliminate Helen, but locked her at the bottom of the lake. Then please let me know how to find Helen and win her over to correct my mistakes. This is the power gem. It will help you defeat Helen. It will need the strength of your love and your inner strengths to activate the power of this gem. I'll definitely do it, but where should I find Helen? This is the place where Helen is hiding. Hurry to get there before Helen successfully practices magic. If not, Flynn would be extremely dangerous. Rosie bowed her head to thank the elder, and then she took the gem to rescue Flynn. At that time, in the swamp, the witch Helen was consistently transferring the power of darkness to control and change Flynn. Poor Flynn! That selfish Rosie has abandoned you and ran away. She only loves herself, always doing whatever she wants regardless of your feelings.
No way! Rosie will definitely come and save me.
Ha 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 ha! You trusted her blindly. Rosie is never going here. She had found a new love.
That's impossible.
The love and trust in Flynn weakened and gradually turned into anger and despair, making Helen extremely happy, and her strength also increased. When Rosie overcame many difficulties to reach the end of Hera's swamp, Flynn was completely conquered by Helen.
Flynn, I'm here to save you.
Sorry, you're too late. Now let's see the strength of your love. Flynn, quickly destroy Rosie. How does it feel to be destroyed by the person you love, Roxy?
No way. Flynn, please look at me. I'm Rosie, the one you love. Flynn, please look at me. Just once.
Despite Rosie screaming in vain, Flynn's eyes were still lifeless. The magic gem in Rosie's body fell to the ground. She quickly grabbed the gem and shone it at the witch. The bright light from the gem scared the witch. She fired spells at Flynn and controlled him.
Rosie, please throw the gem away. It hurts me. It hurts!
What should I do, Flynn? I don't want you to suffer at all. Huh? Because of the one I love, I lost my only chance to eliminate the evil witch.
Flynn looked at Rosie's tormented eyes, as if his eyes were shining with love. He slowly walked up to her and called softly.
Rosie! My Rosie!
Helen, seeing this, panicked and used magic to fascinate Flynn.
Flynn, she was just acting. She deserves it for leaving you.
Rosie looked into Flynn's eyes and felt his love. So she was very emotional and rushed to Flynn and hugged him.
You recognize me, don't you? You remember me, don't you? We were hand in hand and made a wish in the Forbidden Lake that you would have always protected me, Flynn. I love you.
The kiss from that intense pure love awakened Flynn and freed him from the dark magic of the witch. Helen got up and used all her strength to shoot magic at the two of them. But their love created an incomparable power that blocked all spells. The broken gem was also healed by the power of Flynn and Rosie's love and then shone with a dazzling light that burned Helen in an instant. The two returned to the fairyland and gave the gem back to the elder. They were agreed to hold the wedding carefully by the elder. On the day of the wedding, the elder gave the magic gem to Flynn and Rosie.
In the old forest, there was a village, all the most powerful spells that fairy tales could have created. Making flowers bloom. Making flowers fade. Making sun, rain, rainbows, and, well, pretty cool stuff like that. Well, I'm Ethan, a high-ranking fairy assigned to train 4 future preschoolers. Today was my first day on the job. Well, the 4 most exemplary students must have been eager to meet me. Can anyone explain to me what's going on?
Nothing. We didn't mean to do that.
From that moment, it seemed that things were not as simple as I thought. And that it was. And that's the principle that elements create a balance of power. Do you understand? I was sure you did not.
Teacher Ethan, I have a question.
Well done, Faye. Say it boldly.
About the lesson, I understand roughly, but despite winter howl, it's a flame of love. The flame in my heart is for you, teacher.
You... What did you just say?
Stop with your childish poem, Faye. Mr. Ethan doesn't like those empty, hot-headed people. Surely, you will like gentle people, right?
Like? What to like? I'm your teacher.
You are so unscrupulous. The girls in this forest all like you. Even that girl who pretends to do her own thing, but still listens with her ears up is no exception. It's not that.
Come on, can we get back to the lesson? I would be so grateful if the three of you can be as serious as Gra. Are you writing the lesson, Gra?
She wrote your name 100 times already.
Now I understood why instead of being placed in the elite class, these 4 girls had to sit in this special class. Are you really not interested in learning? I see you all have qualities.
It's no use, teacher. What's the point of studying when they see us as failures anyway? Before you came, we were already isolated.
Don't give up. Today, we don't study books anymore. Everyone follow me. There was no normal way to teach these abnormal young fairies. It was time for me to use my magic.
Wow!
What can we do to help this bunny? Air goes first. You seem the most excited.
Huh? Why me? Well, I don't know. I don't need to eat anything anyway. Probably rabbits too. Oh my, use your brain, Air. Creatures, of course, can't be like you.
Come on, Gra, can you use your power to create grass for Rabbit?
Yes.
Loser!
It's okay. So, Ward, a little water to quench your rabbit's thirst shouldn't be a problem, right?
Teacher Ethan, I'm always ready. I'm sorry, I messed up a bit.
Stop pretending.
What are you saying?
Faye, it's your turn. Can you give me a little fire? I'm going to freeze.
A piece of cake. If you can't do anything, please don't destroy it.
Well, it's all right. It's already late. See you here tomorrow. The next day, all 4 fairies were present. Waiting for a long time, but I still did not come. They all looked extremely impatient. Suddenly, they saw a huge eagle in the sky.
That eagle is so big! It's grabbing something! Oh my god! They are fairies! They're in that huge mesh bag! They've all been taken away! Let's follow it!
One by one, they used their powers to bring down the eagle, but none of their efforts worked. And the eagle still swam over with ease.
Don't do that, Faye! The fire will spread and burn the forest!
After trying to chase the eagle and got to the castle, the 4 discovered that the eagle was me, their teacher Ethan turned into. Air was the fastest fairy. She rushed forward without hesitation, but she was immediately caught.
Teacher Ethan! This test is a bit overkill! Warning! All back! Teacher Ethan is hypnotized!
The 3 fairies quickly understood the problem. They joined forces to rescue Air and free me from the hypnosis. I was so careless. Guys, hurry up. There are a lot of fairies being captured. Under my direction, all of them entered a large room where the other fairies were kept.
Finally! I can't wait for the day to take over the entire fairy race!
Don't rejoice so early. God will definitely send people to oppose you and save us.
All those who oppose me are hypnotized! Tell me, who will be here to save you?
We are! God, can you send someone else?
We're done! We're done! You're going to disappear and you still dare to look down on us? Watch this!
Each person's subsequent efforts were quickly defeated by the Dark Fairy.
That's enough playing! You little brats are starting to make me lose patience!
this point, when the four fairies did not know how to avoid it, I had no other choice but to fly out to block the attack, like a savior. You are the best fairies I've ever taught, but that's not enough. Remember when you rescued me from hypnosis? Unity will bring you success! The four fairies looked at each other. They had figured out the only way to save the fairy race. Starting with the Earth Fairy, Gra raised a shield to block the spell, and she tried to prevent the opponent from escaping.
Hey, look at me! It's our turn! Ha! We will let you know how the power of combination is! You know what to do, right? Let me go!
With a skillful combination of powers, they soon succeeded in defeating the Dark Fairy.
You have all done a great job. However, I wonder if you heroic fairies have forgotten anything?
Turns out, the tied fate of the fairies were untied by my students.
Oh, I'm so tired. It seems that the cage can't be opened. Or should we send word to God to ask him to send other people to help everyone? Come on, Air.
We really don't know what to say. Whether it's thank you or sorry, it's really embarrassing. If it weren't for you, the fairies really wouldn't know what would happen. It's redundant, but we hope you can let it all go. We sincerely hope to be good friends with you again.
So our class of 4 is probably not a special class anymore, right?
Of course!
See how happy you guys are?
Teacher!
I know you can do it. You see, the strength of unity will help us overcome all difficulties.
Teacher, I remember you told us earlier that we were the best fairies you ever taught. Is it true?
Of course! So far I've only taught you 4 fairies. Why not the best?
Fraud! We have successfully defeated the Dark Fairy. Surely a great teacher like Mr. Ethan will have a reward for us?
Oh yes! The reward is that tomorrow's class will be pushed 1 hour early. Come back! You still owe me homework on how to take care of rabbits.
Impossible! We shouldn't have freed you from being hypnotized!
Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, there lived a beautiful princess named Alida. She has an amazing source of magic, given to her by a fairy godmother since childhood, which was to bring life to things. Not only that, since childhood, Alida had been taught by her parents to always love people, so she was very close to them. Because of that, she had the opportunity to meet Kevin, a poor but very kind and hardworking guy. Gradually, the two became more and more attached after hanging out together, especially sharing a passion for painting. During a tour of the arid suburbs of the kingdom, Alida saw an old woman falling on the road and hurriedly took her to the car to take her home deep in the forest.
I have heard people say that you were a gentle and kind princess for a long time, but I did not expect that today to have the opportunity to meet and receive the help of the princess like this, which makes me very grateful.
You're welcome. That is the duty and heart of a princess towards the beloved people of the kingdom.
The old woman was pleased to hear Alida's sincere words. She nodded and took out a magic ball.
I heard that the princess has the ability to give life to objects, so I want to repay you by giving you another kind of magic. You can talk and heal all kinds of plants and animals. Thus, the more you save all the lives around you, the more famous you will be for your kind heart.
Sounds good. But can I possess that magic?
Yes, but in return, you need to give me a drop of blood to activate the power. Is that okay?
Hearing the old woman's nice words, Alida nodded in agreement and reached out to touch the needle to activate the power. Suddenly, a mysterious light shone around, entering the princess in front of the mysterious smile of the old woman. After the transfer was completed, Alita tested the spell on a nearby dry tree. Just like that, the tree came to life and danced in front of her. The princess was very happy. Then she said goodbye to the old woman and returned. Seeing Alita gone, the old woman immediately became a dark witch. It turned out that because of jealousy of the princess's beauty and ability, this witch had always wanted to harm her. However, the magic of the witch family did not allow her to directly take anyone's life. So she had to practice a curse that made the princess go through a lot of suffering and depression to the point of giving up on her own life.
I look forward to the day that Alita uses this new ability for the 100th time. At that time, she will have a serious incurable disease that will make her depressed, and the day she will leave this earth will soon be!
However, Alita did not know this. So day by day, she and Kevin still used this ability to help people. One day, when Alita was preparing to revive a withered rose, suddenly there were dark auras radiating from her hand.
What happened? Why did the rose become wilted and burn? My hands and my head. It hurts.
Before she could realize what was happening, she fainted. Kevin nearby saw this and quickly carried the princess back to the palace. Many doctors came to see Alita, but everyone shook their heads, unable to find the cause and cure for the disease. The princess lay in bed every day listening to this. Her mind was extremely depressed. She did not want to go anywhere, and she wanted to give up more and more.
Kevin, maybe we'll be like the roses out there, and one day we'll fade away too. And maybe I can't live with you all my life and happily help people like before. I feel my body getting weaker and weaker, and I'm scared.
Alita, please don't give up your smile and optimism. I will definitely find a way to save you. Alita said nothing, sighed, and handed Kevin the rose, and fell asleep. After Alita slept, Kevin hurriedly said to the king and queen that he would go find the fairy godmother to save Alita, because he thought that she was a wise fairy. There would definitely be a way to save the princess. Before leaving, Kevin also asked Alita's parents for a request. Please take good care of Alita's rose garden, because those roses are the trust and life of the princess at this time.
Okay, I'll have someone take good care of the garden before you come back.
After that, Kevin set out to find the fairy godmother. However, this was known to the witch, so she quickly cast a spell, creating a lot of traps in Kevin's way. Although Kevin tried to fight back, he was still defeated. While in danger, the creatures that Alita and Kevin had helped before with the fairy godmother came to rescue him. After partially controlling the witch and seeing the fairy godmother, Kevin quickly recounted the situation and begged for help.
Okay, but the flower in your hand is Alita's? Can I take a look? Because I can feel the dark energy coming from there.
Yes. As the fairy godmother thought, the witch's curse was so great that her magic was repelled. However, there was a sound coming from the rose, and the fairy godmother smiled hopefully.
Although I can't directly lift Alita's curse, I know how to save the little princess. Alita was born and blessed with the ability to bring things to life, even plants and animals. So the only thing that can bring her back to life is for Alita to fight and regain her faith in life. And here is the magic pen. It will help you and Alita to find that belief in life again.
I understand. Thank you very much.
The witch was furious that Kevin was saved by the fairy godmother, and she remained steadfast in her curse and believed the princess would wither over time. As for Kevin, on the way back to the palace, he encountered a big storm, and when he arrived, the rose garden was almost completely withered, and only one rose remained.
Alita!
Kevin, you're back. Look, the roses have gradually withered. If it continues to rain tonight, and that rose falls, maybe it's also to mourn my passing.
No, Alita, don't think like that. I and all people, creatures, and animals are still wishing you a speedy recovery, so you and they can laugh together. So please stay positive.
However, although Alita was moved a little when she heard the words of encouragement, perhaps that was not enough for her. Kevin could only suffer, helplessly sitting beside her and looking at the stormy sky. That night, a thunderclap woke Kevin up, and Alita was in a nightmare. Kevin looked at the rose in panic, trying to withstand the storm, and suddenly the magic pen in his body lit up as if it wanted him to use it. Suddenly, he thought of using a magic pen to draw a rose hanging in front of the window to help Alita have more motivation to live. However, as soon as the flower was painted, a miracle flashed, turning the flower into a beautiful flower and bringing the warm morning sun to shine everywhere. At that time, the princess also woke up and saw the last magical rose still shining after the rainstorm.
Kevin, after that storm, that rose is still so resilient to survive?
That's right. That's the power of believing in the miracles of life, Alita.
If even that little spirit has the strength to endure hardships, then I will also try to fight the disease and move on!
Gradually, Alita's health seemed to be restored, and happily stick to Kevin like in the old days. Especially when the princess touched that magical rose, the whole rose garden suddenly lit up and became lush.
This flower has magic? Why is that?
It's due to the miracle of this magic pen.
After that, Kevin told Alita the whole stormy day story.
I hope you won't blame me for hiding this from you, but that's what I can do to help you have the same faith in life as before.
No. Through all this, I have come to understand how important optimism and positive thinking are in life. Thank you for sacrificing so much for me.
In the end, Alita happily hugged Kevin because of the good things he did for her. In particular, Alita's parents also understood the sincerity of their love and decided to give the couple a wedding reward. And then, Alita and Kevin's happy wedding finally took place with the blessings of the people of the kingdom.
One with flowing golden hair, and another with hair as silver as strands of thread. According to a legend passed down by a deity for hundreds of years.
Subscribe to the WOA Fairy Tales channel.
Oops, wrong script!
Oh, about the royal twin pair.
Only the golden child was considered the rightful heir. The silver children, like Sylvie, were considered surplus. Elder sister Chrysa was always treated more kindly than Sylvie. All the precious gold, a rarity, was seized to be used for the golden princess Chrysa. The silver princess wasn't treated with the same kindness. She was only allowed silver possessions. Deep within, she longed to be like her elder sister. Chrysa loved Sylvie, but couldn't pay much attention to her due to her royal duties. As a result, the Silver Princess felt increasingly isolated. On their 18th birthday, a grand celebration was held for the royal twin pair, with Chrysa as the protagonist, of course.
The Silver Princess Sylvie was merely an unnamed guest, despite sharing the same birth date with her sister. Feeling dejected and alone, Sylvie left the celebration unnoticed. She found herself in the black market area without realizing how she got there. What's that? A golden ring? Shouldn't the royal family have confiscated all the gold? In the black market, you can find anything. It's quite expensive, my dear. Sylvie emptied her pockets to buy the ring. She had long wished for a golden item. Unbeknownst to Sylvie, a golden spirit had been trapped in the ring for hundreds of years, and she had inadvertently set it free.
I've read your thoughts. I'll help you to become a golden princess to repay you.
No, don't! Who are you? I don't understand.
It doesn't matter about whether you want to be a silver princess for life.
Though doubtful, the sweet persuasion moved Sylvie.
With this magic, you must exchange something of your silver for it. Something I choose.
Sylvie agreed without hesitation.
Bathe with this potion.
The potion turned Sylvie's bath into a magical tub. Unbeknownst to the Silver Princess, the potion also affected Chrysa. The magical bathtub changed not only Sylvie, but also swapped her hair color with her golden sister. Wow! Ah! The entire kingdom was shaken by this unprecedented event. In the end, they followed the legend's words and made Sylvie the heir. Thus, Sylvie became the golden princess she had always dreamed of. Living the luxurious life she had yearned for. Sylvie had never been happier. Now, wherever she went, Sylvie drew everyone's attention. No one was indifferent as they were when she was the Silver Princess.
She's so beautiful. Don't be too obvious. So, it's okay for you to be obvious, huh?
But Sylvie was unaware of the heavy responsibilities a golden princess bore.
Sylvie?
To become an heir, Sylvie needed to learn many things, but she struggled to adapt quickly.
Sylvie? Sylvie?
And she was often scolded by the king.
Sylvie! How can you become an heir like this? Do you know that your sister?
What about my sister? Of course, the day when Sylvie couldn't bear it anymore arrived. Utterly disillusioned, the princess left. Now, Sylvie just wanted to be alone, but she couldn't escape the attention of others.
You made her scared. As if it isn't ye.
Lost in thought, she wandered back to her old room, only to be greatly surprised by the presence of her elder sister. Sylvie, is that you? In the past, Chrysa had been burdened by the responsibilities of an heir. Becoming a Silver Princess had granted Chrysa the freedom to do whatever she pleased without oversight. But being a Silver Princess is very lonely. No one befriends me. I'm like a ghost. Now I understand how lonely you feel.
and I didn't pay attention. I'm sorry, Sylvie. No, I didn't know how much you struggled either. Huh?
Congratulations, but now it's time to fulfill the debt.
The golden spirit came to collect what Sylvie had agreed upon.
And what I want in return is your silver sister.
What? How is that possible?
It's a deal. Something of your silver and of my choosing.
No! She's my sister! I won't!
Don't defy the contract!
The angry spirit transformed into a golden creature and pursued the sisters to demand what was owed. And they were driven to the king's court. The golden creature easily overpowered any feeble resistance.
Enough of this game!
He was determined to claim the silver sister, Chrysa.
It's my fault! If I hadn't been selfish, if I had cared about you...
Suddenly, Sylvie realized she still held the golden spirit's potion.
As long as you're safe, I don't need this material possession!
The demon couldn't take away something that wasn't part of the deal.
Take me instead!
Huh? Aren't you in the royal lineage? Correct. I am Fergal, the first golden ruler. And also the one who concocted the false legend. I was consumed by my lust for power. When I passed away, the god of death punished me for my deception, and my soul was trapped within the golden ring. I can only be freed if a silver princess or prince touches the ring. Looking into Sylvie's mind, I realized my mistake. I caused my descendants to suffer. That's why I orchestrated this play, so that you two could understand each other. Huh? So, the prophecy was a lie! Huh? I apologize. Because of it, I made you suffer. I never understood you.
The golden spirit redeemed his mistake and was able to transcend. The external appearance no longer mattered. There was no longer a golden princess or a silver princess. And Sylvie finally found what truly made her happy.
Each of us harbors colorful emotional spirits within our minds. Notable among them are joy, sadness, anger, and disgust. They take turns controlling all the activities of the brain, helping us express our emotions outwardly. Subscribe to WOA Fairy Tale to follow the stories of these spirits. Audrey was a special princess. She didn't know how to show sadness. That's because the sadness spirit disappeared from Audrey's mind after the biggest event of her life. Audrey's mother passed away from a severe illness when Audrey was 16 years old.
Don't be sad anymore, Audrey. Be strong and always try to appear optimistic to protect Alice, my dear.
Audrey decided to change completely, never to be weak again. After this terrible event and the sudden departure of sadness, joy, the happy spirit, took control of Audrey's mind. She controlled everything and buried all the painful memories. Other emotional spirits like anger and disgust had little chance to influence Audrey. The princess became nothing but a shell of excessive happiness and optimism. Everyone thought she was peculiar. As the years passed, Audrey remained cheerful. She loved her little sister dearly. However...
Why do you always smile, even when something bad happens? Are you crazy?
Even when Alice fell or got sick, Audrey just stood there and smiled. As time went on, Audrey found it increasingly difficult to control her emotions. Everything turned for the worse. And one day, she couldn't even force a smile anymore. She fell seriously ill and fell into a deep slumber. In her mind, the emotional spirits began to panic. couldn't control her anymore. Alice, worried about her sister, sought out a healing wizard.
Audrey has lost the ability to control her emotions. She always had to pretend to be happy, so the other emotions were suppressed. And Audrey's sadness spirit has also disappeared. If she's not treated quickly, Audrey will lose consciousness and live in vegetative state.
Please help my sister, please!
The wizard then granted Alice temporary access to Audrey's mind. The girl needed to find Sadness and save her sister before it was too late.
Is this the world inside Audrey's mind? It's terrifying! It's all your fault, Joy. Ugh. Exactly. You've been controlling our owner excessively. Calm down. Sadness caused this. She's the one who wanted to hurt our owner. Huh? Alice, what are you doing here? Leave. It's dangerous. This kid, always causing trouble.
Alice requested everyone's cooperation to find Sadness. Only that could help Audrey.
I think we should try to find a place where Joy buried all the sad memories. That's pointless. Those memories may have been destroyed. Huh? Come on, Joy. Time is running out. We have to try everything.
With no other option, Joy had to leave everyone there.
I buried them here.
However, Joy had buried them too deep, and over the years, those sad memories had frozen.
Frozen now. Oh well, they can't be opened anymore. I have a way. Hey, Anger. Actually, I don't like Audrey at all. If she stays sick, I'll become the queen. What did you say?
The flames spread to the ice, melting it. Suddenly, the sad memories resurfaced. They entered into memories of all the precious and special moments, even the times when the two sisters argued and criticized each other. Even moments when Mum was seriously ill. Audrey cried her heart out beside her mother's bed.
Huh? I remember now! We used to have so many emotions like these, didn't we?
But Audrey had hidden them all, not wanting to appear weak.
Yes, the memories are all precious. But sadness touched them and tainted them with the blue of despair. I couldn't accept that, so I had a terrible fight with Sadness, and that's why she left. You're really over the top!
The sudden outburst of sad memories sent everyone running after them.
Ugh. Look, they're heading towards the Castle of Despair. Sadness must be hiding there!
But strange mosquito-like creatures began to appear and attack everyone.
Oh, I hate these anxiety mosquitoes!
Give up! No one can save your owner! Someone's lying! One of the spirits is a liar!
More and more mosquitoes swarmed in.
All right, everyone, let me handle this.
She scolded the mosquitoes one after another, making them fly away in fear. They searched everywhere, but couldn't find Sadness.
Ha ha ha, don't bother looking. I took Sadness away. What good about someone like her? Whenever Sadness controlled Audrey, our owner seemed to lose all vitality, only able to cry. I actively created hope, but Sadness would crush it with disappointment.
Joy kidnapped Sadness to fulfill her mother's wish. However, Sadness had created storms of clouds due to being imprisoned for too long. This was Joy's plan to keep everyone grounded and find a way to eliminate Sadness forever.
It's not going well. Come here quickly. Go, Alice! Save Sadness!
Alice clung to the swarm of mosquitoes, which carried her to where Joy and Sadness were.
It's over, Sadness!
Fine. I'll do whatever you want.
No! Get away quickly! Joy, isn't this the wrong way to save Audrey?
But Joy was stubborn and wouldn't listen. Alice felt helpless and could do nothing but cry like a child. Until now, she had always been protected by her sister. Her sister had sacrificed so much for Alice, but even in the final moments, she couldn't protect her.
Oh, Alice!
Both of them shared their sadness, helping each other relive the pain. Thanks to that, Alice gradually regained her composure. Alice expressed her most sincere gratitude, a thank you she wanted to convey to Audrey. Joy realized her mistake and was crestfallen. Only Sadness could truly understand and empathize with Audrey's and Alice's sadness. Every emotion, including sadness, had its own value. To mature, Audrey had to learn to face her own emotions.
I understand now. I'm truly sorry, Sadness.
The unnecessary conflicts were resolved. Now, all the emotional spirits joined forces to drive away the dark clouds. They understood that they needed to harmonize their emotions and accept sadness as an essential part of life. Alice successfully helped her sister overcome the emotional crisis.
Thank you, Alice. It's okay, sis. I'm here now. From now on, let me take care of you.
From then on, the two sisters always shared everything and stayed by each other's side for the rest of their lives.
You love someone, but don't know how to make that one have feelings for you? Amy, the goddess of love, is your answer. Just an arrow of love shot by me, and your love will surely be responded. Want to have a lover? Just subscribe to WOA Fairy Tales English for us to reach 1 million subscribers together. Then love will come to you immediately.
Cyrus Mountain, the residence of the gods, is beautifully decorated on the love goddess's Valentine's Day.
Congratulations on the day of our beloved love goddess, Amy.
My God, that's great! Thank you all so much! Cheers!
Congratulations on matching a new couple, my dear. They must be really happy and grateful to you now.
It's my job. I've been doing this for so long, and I still don't understand why everyone needs love like that.
Especially being a love goddess. But she didn't know what love was, because her love arrows only worked on humans, so she couldn't try them on herself.
If love causes pain, then I don't need it. I love myself and I'm happy with what I have.
Amy enjoys her celebratory drinks too much and flew through the cold, windy night in a tipsy state. The devils suddenly flew there and attacked her. It turned out she had unknowingly entered demon territory. Amy fought back fiercely. She could escape from the devils, but she was seriously wounded. She was exhausted as she landed in the nearby forest, then fainted.
Waking up in an unfamiliar house, she saw a boy was taking care of her wounds. He was Tobias. Amy was so lucky that Tobias had found her and brought her home.
You're awake. You're truly a goddess. It's miraculous.
Thank you for taking care of me.
It's nothing. Just take a rest.
Amy quickly recovered under Tobias's nursing care. As Tobias was sound asleep, Amy didn't want to wake him up, so she silently placed a kiss on his forehead as a blessing.
From now on, I will protect you, Tobias.
Time went by, and Amy continued to watch over Tobias. He became a matured and friendly man who was loved by everyone, especially the girl. However, Tobias didn't seem to be interested in anyone. After observing him for a while, Amy could see that he hadn't had feelings for anyone.
Why don't you have feelings for anyone, Tobias? As long as you love anyone and ask the love goddess, I will make her fall for you.
A few days later, Tobias finally met a girl who made his heart race. Defane, a beautiful girl who made him interested. They usually went out and spent their precious time together. Beautiful Defane, could we meet at the forest where we first met tomorrow? I have something to tell you.
You're making me curious, but I trust you. Let's meet there tomorrow.
Thank you so much. Immediately after saying goodbye to Defane, Tobias bought the freshest bouquet and the most luxurious gift in the village. Hope that Defane will love this gift and accept my love. Oh, my beautiful Defane. Far above on the clouds, the love goddess Amy was always watching and witnessing it all.
Finally, this day has come. In the name of the love goddess, I will help you win the heart of that beautiful lady.
The next day, Amy watched from a distance as Tobias and Defane in the forest. They lovingly looked at each other. Defane, Defane, your singing voice and beauty are like those of a goddess, and I really love them. Will you be my girlfriend? Amy casted a spell on her love arrow and shot an arrow towards Defane. Strangely, after being hit by the arrow, Defane showed no signs of falling in love with Tobias.
Tobias, I appreciate your love, but just wait for my answer.
Then Defane headed into the forest, leaving Tobias deep in thought and feeling down.
Why didn't my love arrow work? Did I make a mistake with my magic? I have to follow her to see what is happening.
Amy quietly followed Defane to the dark forest.
Why would Defane go into such a creepy forest?
Suddenly, Defane looked directly at Amy, as if she had been discovered. Before Amy could react, an unknown force shot towards her wings, and she fainted. Amy woke up in the familiar room before, didn't know why she was there.
What happened? It hurts. I followed Defane to the forest, then why am I here?
Lost in her own thoughts, Amy didn't know Tobias had entered the room.
I knocked on the door, but it seems you didn't hear that. You must have been really frightened. Don't worry, your injuries were treated in time, and you'll be fine.
This is the first time Amy has seen Tobias that close since he grew into a handsome and caring man.
Tobias's care and attention make the love goddess feel confused.
Thank you for taking care of me. How did you find me?
You don't remember anything? Last night, I heard a scream in the forest, so I ran there and found you by the river. Amy was really irritated while being unable to know why she had fainted by the river. You should rest here until you're fully recovered. Amy agreed, because she also felt that she needed more rest and wanted to repay Tobias. During the days spent with Tobias, she was well cared for and gradually recovered. Tobias brought a new set of bows to practice for an upcoming competition in the exhibition, hoping to impress Daphne when she returned. However, he didn't know how to shoot the bow and struggles for so long to hit a target. Amy saw Tobias struggling and decided to offer him some guidance. However, as a man, he felt embarrassed while receiving instruction from a girl. He ignored her advice, continued to miss his targets. Being angry when Tobias ignored the help from a skillful goddess like her, Amy decided to perform her own skills. I'm sorry for this afternoon. Please continue to guide me. Amy was touched by his sincerity. Amy agreed to help him.
They practiced diligently together, with Amy regaining her strength and Tobias finally hitting his target.
He hugged Amy to celebrate.
Tobias did it! I should return after the competition!
However, Amy found a strange discomfort in her heart.
What's this feeling? My heart races. Do I like Tobias?
The day of competition finally arrived. Amy and Tobias together went to the exhibition and registered. As she glanced at the bulletin board, she saw a notice about mysterious disappearances of young men. She worriedly told Tobias. He immediately comforted her. The competition started with many skilled and handsome competitors. But with Amy, Tobias was the most handsome man. All efforts were repaid. When Tobias had defeated all the opponents easily,
the prize-giving ceremony happened with the congratulations of everyone.
From the crow, the one that no one had expected, Daphne rushed there to embrace Tobias, offering her congratulations. Seeing everything was fine, Amy silently left. She returned to her original form and flew back to her world.
Where are you, Amy? This prize I want to share with you.
Daphne is really angry after the competition, as she went back with Tobias, but he hadn't paid much attention to her.
You look tired. My house is near here. Let's go there and take some rest.
Tobias, feeling dejected and exhausted, agreed to Daphane's invitation. Being back to Cyrus, Amy missed Tobias, but she thought that he was being happy beside Daphne. Her heart broke. Seeing Amy come back in a bad mood, the other gods asked after her. Amy told them the whole story and her strange feeling. The gods couldn't hold their smiles while hearing it.
Oh my goddess of love. That's the love girl. You love that guy. Turns out it's the love. Now I get it. What are you waiting for? Go see him.
You're right. I have to go see him. But if Tobias is happy now with Daphne, I will silently protect their love.
She went to his house, but couldn't see him.
Where could Tobias be? I can't see Daphne either. Daphne? That's right. I was injured after following Daphne into the forest. I should try to find her.
The forest where Daphne lived was so dark and scary. Amy felt a strange sense of familiarity, but she couldn't remember. The mysterious house gradually appeared in front of her eyes. She quickly and cautiously approached and looked through a window, but didn't see anyone. Suddenly, she heard voices and quickly hid beside the house. Looking, Tobias and Daphne walked towards the house. Amy's heart raced for Tobias.
It's the place where Daphne lives. They're truly happy.
Suddenly, Daphne used her magic, making Tobias faint. Seeing that, Amy shot an arrow towards Daphne, but she quickly dodged it. Daphne turned back to her witch form. Amy was so astonished that all of her memories came back. Daphne was a witch who used her voice to attract young men and absorb their life force to maintain her power. She's not human. That's why Amy's love arrow hadn't worked on her. That time, Daphne felt the arrow. Then she made up a reason to leave. Then, Amy was attacked by her and got seriously injured. She fought back fiercely. She managed to run away, but was eventually cornered at a waterfall, where Daphne attacked and Amy fell. Amy fiercely fought against the witch Daphne. Daphne gradually lost her power as the fight continued. She needed more life force as she aimed at Tobias. Realizing the witch's intentions, Amy quickly rushed to protect
Tobias!
Hearing his name, Tobias regained consciousness and saw the true forms of Daphne and Amy. He also saw Amy's injured wings, which reminded him of their shared memories and strong feelings. He also had the feelings for her. Tobias took Amy's bow and stood up. Seeing Tobias's courage, Amy transferred a bit of her goddess strength to him to defeat the witch. As the witch was weakened, he defeated the witch with an arrow filled with their profound love and the power of the goddess. Amy, are you alright? We won! Thank you for saving me. Be with me. I need you. I love you.
I'm alright, Tobias. Thank you for the time with you. I love you.
So, the love goddess finally understood what love was. Tobias became a demigod with Amy's power, and the two of them live happily together forever after.
The life source of all creatures on Earth, the deity Aquarius bore a grand responsibility, controlling 2 sacred urns, bestowing water upon the world. The pure white urn symbolized refreshing and bountiful rains, while the black urn represented drought, meant to be poured into parched lands overexploited. Though wielding limitless power, Aquarius always felt stifled under his mother's watchful eye. She yearned for a day of liberation to act upon her desires freely. Join WOA Fairy Tale to follow the chronicles of Aquarius. Beside Aquarius stood her younger sister named Natalie. Their mother favored Aquarius above all, leaving Natalie in the shadows. Everyone claimed Aquarius possessed greater talent, an innate aptitude for water magic, thus deserving the sole right to command the 2 urns. This brewed animosity between Aquarius and her sister. The celestial queen, Aquarius's mother, ever guided her in the delicate balance of ecosystems across the planets.
Be cautious, my child. Excessive water from the white urn will lead to calamitous floods, while overusing the black urn will result in relentless drought. I know, no need to reiterate.
Aquarius remained reserved and obstinate, convinced her mother only wished to suppress her might. One day, as the Celestial Queen attended a gathering among the celestial beings in the galaxy.
Today, you must not pour water onto Earth without my return. And at her most desperate moment, Ryan appeared. Hey! You must wait for Mother to return! Leave, it's none of your concern. You're insane! Without Mother, you're powerless! I said go away!
The pleas for rain echoed throughout the Earth. Some places were inundated, necessitating the black urn for balance, while others suffered arid desolation, craving the white urn's mercy. Humans whose entreaties remained unanswered turned to worshipping deceptive spirits. Overwhelmed by the multitude of pleas, Aquarius grew panicked. In a moment of haste, she accidentally emptied both urns, creating a severe imbalance on Earth. Half the land's desiccated, succumbing to relentless drought, while the other half luckily remained fertile.
This time you've truly messed up!
This is too much. You are truly irresponsible. Hand me the 2 urns.
The Celestial Queen enchanted the 2 urns, rendering them unusable for Aquarius until she proved her worth once more. Aquarius lost all her powers and was banished in disgrace. Upon awakening, she found herself on Earth. However, when attempting to summon rain, Aquarius found her white urn utterly dry.
How maddening! It's because my mother held back my powers, rather than letting me wield these urns freely. They forever rely on the gods.
Once revered, Aquarius now languished as a forsaken entity, falling into a path of transgressions. She became the sovereign of the celestial realm in the fertile land. Considering themselves superior and viewing the people in the arid land as slaves. But Aquarius paid no heed. Daily, she reveled in never-ending night feasts, carefree and thoughtless. One day, everything had changed.
Mom, I'm so hungry. Please, could you give me something to eat?
Out of my way!
Their eyes locked, and an illusion emerged.
Here, eat and be gone.
The next day, she encountered the same boy.
Please help us. This boy is critically dehydrated. I led him to find water, but he collapsed midway, unconscious.
For reasons unknown, Aquarius could not forsake the boy. She strained her ears to listen to the sound of water flowing beneath the earth. Aquarius and Iris together dug into the soil, uncovering an underground spring and successfully rescuing the boy. Subsequently, they led her to meet the afflicted people due to drought.
Has it worsened to such an extent? Please help them too! They are blameless, yet they bear the burden of their own misdeeds. Very well, I shall aid them.
She investigated the link between the 2 desolate and fertile lands, realizing that creating an enormous canal could transfer water from the fertile to the arid. Aquarius, alongside Iris, rallied the villagers to collaborate. With each passing day, Aquarius grasped that happiness sprang from giving and diffusing love to others. After tireless exertions, Aquarius and the villagers succeeded in bringing water. However, all was obliterated in an instant.
Ah! Change back, you monstrous thing! Wait for me, Iris!
Although she lost all her power, Aquarius tirelessly endeavored to save the innocent people.
Be a good boy. It was you all along. Did you release this monster? I remember now. At home, I saw you nurturing this creature. You even fed it. You're heartless. Hey, sister! When will you ever understand? Are you trying to harm these innocent people? Yes, you're the best, right? But look at you, who got exiled in the end. Why does Mother always trust you, love you more than me? What do you have that I don't? I only have one sister, you! Yet you left me to live in solitude, never offering solace. You're unworthy! I will replace you as the water bearer! Hand me the 2 urns now! Otherwise, my creature will annihilate everything!
Yet giving the urns to Natalie entailed Aquarius losing her status as a fairy forever, forever barred from returning home.
No way! Fine! It's your choice!
In her anxiety, Aquarius glanced at the faces of the innocent people and reminisced about her moments with Iris.
Stop! Spare them from suffering again! Fine! I accept!
The moment Aquarius sacrificed and handed over the 2 enchanted urns to Natalie was the moment she proved her transformation. Balance was restored to her, and Aquarius regained her power to control water.
Yes, you are the greatest! Why can't you ever understand, sister? Why are you still willing to harm these innocent people? I will never forgive you, Natalie. Fool!
Even her own sister, Aquarius couldn't comprehend.
That's enough. Both of you, go home now.
Aquarius wanted to bid Iris farewell one last time, but she couldn't find her anywhere. Returning home, the Celestial Queen banished Natalie. The girl didn't bother explaining anything.
Aquarius, my child, I have consulted with the gods in the galaxy, and it seems you are ready to become the official water bearer.
Wow!
Since then, Aquarius became a constellation in the universe and could live in the Zodiac region, actively performing her role as the water bearer of the world. People born under this constellation would possess wisdom, confidence, and strength. One day, while visiting Earth, Aquarius found Iris's lost necklace. When she wore it, she was shocked to find herself transformed into Iris. Now, everything became clear. Despite enduring countless injustices and favoritism, her sister had silently helped her all along. Even the monster wasn't released by Natalie, but had come to Earth by itself. All because of her sister's selfless giving, Aquarius found the greatest happiness. Perhaps it was time for her to apologize to her sister and make amends.
Upon a time, there was a tale of a kidnapped princess and the kidnapper. Ah! But this time, who was the princess?
I am the princess.
Oh, the princess was a man. So who was the kidnapper? I am I'm Bowser, but I am not the kidnapper.
How could their genders be like this? Subscribe to WOA Fairy Tales to explore more. There was hardly any princess in the world as unlikable as Princess Peach, the princess of the Mushroom Kingdom. She was arrogant, vain, stubborn, and difficult to deal with. No one could compare. Then Peach faced consequences due to her personality. Desiring the magical crown, she offended a head fairy and fell under a dreadful curse. If you love the crown so much, let it stick to your head. As long as it's there, no boy will ever love you.
I don't believe it.
But Peach had to believe when the curse started to take effect. Out of respect for the king, the princess's father, the head fairy, offered a way to break the curse.
Would the curse be broken when I meet a kind hero who accepts and loves me?
If we talk about heroes, is anyone more famous than Mario now? His fame was legendary, making young hearts swoon.
But meeting Mario is challenging. I heard that you need to schedule an entire year in advance.
Don't worry, Father. Let me handle it.
At that moment, the only one daring to kidnap Peach was Bowser, the king of the Koopa tribe, a rumored foolish villain. Lately, he was troubled by his sickly turtles, rolling over and lying on their backs. Peach spread the rumor that her crown had the power to cure all ailments, but to obtain it, he had to bring her along. As predicted, that night, Peach fell asleep, sitting proudly in Bowser's castle. Bowser disappointed Peach initially. He didn't look like much of a villain.
I invited the princess here just to cure my Koopa True. It's so easy.
Of course not.
Why? Why not?
Listen, everything I said was a lie, and you fell for it, you fool. My crown? You can't even think about touching it.
The provocation succeeded, and Bowser went mad.
Don't dare challenge me! Touch!
That horrifying event turned the once beautiful and arrogant Peach into a real man. In contrast, the rough Bowser transformed into an enchanting and captivating lady.
What?
After hours of madness, chaos and heartache, the unlucky duo decided to find Mario, the hero mentioned in the curse.
Do not reveal that I am Bowser. Call me Bowsette.
Finding the charming Mario was not easy at all. All the places where Bowsette and Peach heard Mario was spotted turned out to be false information.
So you weren't the first one to come up with this kidnapping idea?
Rapunzel, couldn't you just let down your hair onto this branch to escape? Is the tower really that tall?
Come on, if I did that, how could I wait for Mario to come and rescue me?
Even Snow White, the apple-loving girl, wasn't that desperate. But she still insisted on waiting for Mario to wake her with a kiss. In the end, Peach was the one who made the most effort to change their narrow-minded thinking.
Instead of relying on others, why don't we decide our own fate?
Exactly! If you had done that and searched for Mario, we wouldn't be in this mess now!
However, despite trying to change their mindset, the girls fell head over heels for Peach's grace and handsomeness. In fact, Bowsette was resented for daring to come close to the dream guy of those girls. Bowsette laughed disdainfully, considering girls to be too complicated, until he too was surrounded by guys expressing blind adoration. Peach had to intervene to save him. At that moment, Bowsette realized that the previously unpleasant princess had some intriguing aspects. Conversely, Peach also saw Bowsette. Well, despite being under a fragile girl's appearance, he fearlessly charged into battles. rescuing her from danger multiple times. Finally, they encountered Mario when they fell into a dangerous trap in a peculiar forest.
I heard someone calling my name, right? Yes, the hero Mario is here.
Mario appeared, excited and agile, swiftly rescuing Bowsette.
Oh look, what about me? I am the one you need to rescue, heroic one. Sorry, I am tired and can only rescue beautiful girls.
Only when Peach held on to him and recounted the entire story of the magical crown and the swapping did Mario reluctantly agree to free Peach and take her back to his pipe factory. However, the despair for Peach and Bowsette was that not even the famous hero Mario could remove the crown.
It seems we were wrong. Mario is not the hero mentioned in the curse. Let's go, Bows. Bowsette! If you want to go, then go. So what? All right then. If I can't get the crown, I will have to destroy the princess. Too bad. I heard she used to be a great beauty.
At that moment, Peach and Bowsette discovered Mario's deceitful nature. With no other choice, they had to cooperate and try their best to escape from his territory. During the struggle, they accidentally toppled a hidden room, revealing the previously kidnapped girls Peach and Bowsette had met. Turns out, Mario was a playboy, using the rescue act to deceive young hearts. The girls finally understood the meaning of Peach's advice to them. Together, they stood strong, helping Bowsette and Peach confront Mario. Though the victory started to lean towards Peach and Bowsette, Mario didn't show any signs of tension.
Impressive, huh? But if Princess Peach doesn't surrender, I will just press this button, and the destruction missile will fly straight to flatten the Mushroom Kingdom.
Peach had the duty of protecting her people as a princess. No!
Forgive them, and I will obediently listen to you. Fine. Even without those fake imitations, they are useless anyway. But you must give up all those inventions. Who knows what happens if you turn things around again?
However, Mario didn't know that Peach still had one final item, the Super Speed Mushroom. Thanks to the Super Speed Mushroom, Peach ran like a storm towards Mario, snatching the remote control from him. Unintentionally, during the struggle, accidentally the control was pressed, activating the missile. At that critical moment, Bowsette bravely rushed to stop the missile, but it didn't change the outcome. In the face of danger, Bowsette bit his lips and removed his turtle shell. It contained all of his power, the ability to enlarge and envelop everything. Luckily, the turtle shell provided some protection, and the missile's explosion wasn't too devastating.
We did it! We escaped! Bowsette is amazing!
However, they couldn't celebrate for long, as without the turtle shell, Bowsette couldn't exist.
What's happening? How can I be like this, Bowsette?
For the first time in their long journey, they no longer quarreled with each other.
You did great. I'm sorry. I can't continue to accompany you. Please continue on your path to break the curse.
No! Without you, I can't do anything!
Peach, do you remember what you told the girls? Each person can become a hero in their own life. I really like you.
Miraculously, a bright line shone and spread everywhere. When the light faded away, Princess Peach returned to her beautiful appearance, and Bowser turned back into his imposing and powerful form with his shell on his back. And what about Mario, the fake hero?
Ahem!
He received a lesson from the girls and revealed his deceitfulness in front of all the people across the kingdoms. Wait, why was the curse broken? After their long journey, Peach and Bowser proved that even a proud and weak princess like Peach or a villain like Bowser from the rumors could become heroes. And their true love for each other left no doubt. Today's story concludes. Thank you for your support. Each view is a tremendous encouragement for us to create more interesting new stories. Don't forget,
Long ago, when malevolent forces invaded the land of the Celestial, the battle deity Phoenix, wielding a resolute sword, fought valiantly to the last breath to bring peace to all.
my physical form may dissipate, but my will to combat evil, to protect what is right, will continue to be reborn.
After the battle, the sword shattered into 3 pieces, becoming 3 sacred relics safeguarding the fairy folk. Once again, the land of the Celestial was tranquil and prospering. But what awaits the Phoenix clan in the future? Who will be the next successor to wield the sword? Press the subscribe button at WOA Fairy Tale to find out. Over the years, in the memory of the Phoenix's contribution, their descendants became the most powerful beings in the realm, and they controlled most of the resources and wealth of the whole area, especially the sacred tree, which yielded the fairy dust, enhancing their magic beyond other races. In stark contrast, the Raven clan in the lower tier lived in dismal conditions. Their food and resources came through the core of the sacred tree, a place the upper class had abandoned. The Raven clan didn't use fairy dust. Everything they made came from hard labor. Thus, the division between the classes grew more apparent, with the Ravens fated to dwell in darkness. Catherine was different. Her parents perished in a food dispute, leaving her an orphan with a heart torn by the division between the two worlds.
I will put an end to this injustice.
Catherine harbored a deep resentment for the Phoenix clan's descendants, but at the same time, she greatly respected and admired the battle deity of old.
Elena, I want to be like the battle deity, bringing true light and peace to the land of the Celestial. Don't dream in vain, Catherine. In the eyes of the Phoenix clan, we are just feeble crows.
But one day, even Catherine couldn't believe they could find one of the 3 broken pieces of the deity's sword. When the moss was wiped away, the shard gleamed, revealing the spirit of the Phoenix.
Congratulations in finding the piece of the sword. The second piece lies in the upper tier, where the Phoenix clan resides, and the last piece is hidden in the land of the demons, a place no celestial dares to venture. Find the remaining sword fragments and unite them. The key to these 3 pieces is courage. And anyone who possesses it can become the next wielder. This is a good sign. Let's search for the other 2 sword pieces together.
It's dangerous. We're just tiny crows. How can we ever defeat them?
Then a sudden disaster struck. Unknown malefactors set the Raven clan's village on fire. Alina suffered heavy smoke inhalation, and only fairy dust could heal her. Catherine and Alina's family beseeched the Phoenix princess.
Please, princess, spare us some fairy dust. Our daughter is in critical condition. Fairy dust is precious. I can't squander it to save the lives of mere crows.
Left with no choice, Catherine sneaked into the sacred tree to steal fairy dust. Through this act, she discovered a great secret. The second sword fragment was being kept with reverence in the tree's core.
An intruder!
Huh? Alina's life is what matters. I'll be back.
But Catherine didn't anticipate that one of her feathers would inadvertently fall, revealing her presence. Alina quickly recovered with the use of fairy dust. However, the Phoenix clan swiftly arrived to apprehend the thieves. Not wanting to harm the Raven clan, Catherine and Alina left, embarking on a journey to reunite the sword. They decided to find the third piece in the Demon Land first. For years, the sword fragment remained dormant, and the demons slumbered. The light emanating from the deepest chamber was the third sword fragment.
Huh?
Catherine touched it, and an apparition appeared.
Huh?
The battle between the celestial and demon races once again commenced, with Catherine wielding the complete Phoenix sword. She fought with vigor and vanquished many wicked demons.
Save us!
Have you forgotten what you did to the Raven clan in the past? Now you seek our help?
Catherine callously brushed off their pleas. Her indifference led to her getting trapped in a virtual world even when the war ended.
Huh? Huh?
The devastating battle repeated once more.
Huh? In war, the most important thing is human life. There is no right or wrong, good or evil.
Catherine had an epiphany, setting aside her grudges and rescuing the Phoenix clan members. It turned out that the sword piece was transformed to teach Catherine the value of forgiveness.
Let's return to the sacred tree. This journey is perilous. To avoid risks, you and I should each hold one piece of the sword. No matter what happens, we will reunite at the sacred tree.
That night, the Phoenix clan pursued them. And the two friends truly became separated. As per their agreement, Catherine overcame hardships and reached the sacred tree, but was suddenly surrounded.
You foolish crow. You've been betrayed, and you didn't even know. It was Alina, your dearest friend, who had helped the Phoenix clan. I'll never hand over the sword pieces to you.
But the Phoenix clan had taken her entire family hostage.
If you don't surrender and reveal Catherine's whereabouts, we'll send your family into the Demon Land and awaken them.
Before Catherine's disheartened gaze and Alina's anguish.
Catherine, you may not have a family, but it's different for me. Life won't hold any meaning for me if I can't protect my loved ones. All these years, I've considered your family as my own. I've done everything not for myself, but for their sake. Why should I heed your accusations?
Just at that moment, the demons realized the loss of the deity's sword fragment. They aggressively rushed in to wreak havoc in the land of the Celestial. All the fairy races had to muster their strength for battle, but it was difficult to hold back the onslaught of the demons. Catherine recalled the words of the Phoenix battle deity. In war, there was no good or bad, only the common goal, transcending personal interests.
This is the final sword piece. Use it to restore the deity's sword.
The Phoenix princess aligned the three sword fragments, But to everyone's surprise, nothing happened. The Phoenix Princess tried persistently, but to no avail. She finally lost her patience and discarded them. The Demon King then arrived, causing mass panic. Catherine regretfully picked up the 3 sword pieces that had fallen at her feet. Suddenly, a brilliant light enveloped them, reuniting the sword into its full form. The Phoenix sword radiated power equal to the deities. Catherine began to transform. She remained a crow, but was surrounded by a radiant aura.
Charge!
Yeah.
She followed the instructions of the battle deity, sparing none except the malevolent and wicked beings. All creatures, whether crow or phoenix, joined forces to rescue the land. The battle concluded, and the malevolent forces were pushed back. The Phoenix Princess also recognized her own selfishness.
Catherine, I apologize for my selfishness that nearly harmed the entire Phoenix clan. Thanks to you, everyone can now live in peace. From now on, this land of Celestial will be free from injustice and enmity. In the future, even if I'm gone, the sword doesn't have to pass to a crow. It can go to any race as long as they possess compassion and courage to bring true peace to the land of the Celestial.
In the realm of myths, the moon was always believed to wield an immensely profound influence over the vast ocean. Each night, the moon deities would cast their shimmering light upon the surface of the sea. At the same time, the sea nymphs, the ethereal spirits of the deep, would harness the warmth of that light to harness its power and create powerful tidal waves. Serena, herself a sea nymph, was entrusted with the responsibility of overseeing the ocean's domain and its underwater inhabitants.
Why can't I command the tidal waves like you?
Sometimes the young girl felt powerless in protecting the ocean's creatures from the intrusions of humans.
You shall gain the power to control tidal waves once you discover the cherished moonlight of your life. Just as the bond between the moon deity and me.
However, Serena's mother passed away prematurely, leaving her daughter in solitude. Serena, the young nymph, assumed her mother's role, perpetually awaiting the arrival of her cherished moonlight. And finally, that long-awaited day arrived.
Greetings, great sea nymph! A moon guardian. Huh? Indeed, I am destined to become a moon guardian once my mother's reign concludes, and so she sent me here to befriend you. Come on, take me for a spin. I'm not much of a swimmer, you know.
However, Serena found herself overwhelmed by Pandora's excessive friendliness.
Why is my soulmate so naive? I don't really like it.
But Pandora persisted undeterred. Every day she went down to the sea to play with Serena. She even assisted Serena in rescuing mermaids from the clutches of a marauding pirate ship. Gradually, Serena's heart thawed as she sensed warmth, kindness and purity radiating from Pandora. Embracing this newfound friendship, Serena's strength grew. Together, they embarked on a radiant childhood. This profound connection elevated Serena into the mightiest of sea nymphs, her water-controlling magic even surpassing that of her mother.
My strength emanates from this moon scepter. Hey, care to join me on a jaunt to the moon?
In unison, they channeled their power, conjuring a colossal ice staircase that led directly to the moon.
This marks my inaugural journey to the moon. This is my dear sister Luna.
The trio reveled in the resplendent moonlight city. Yet, this was also when Serena discovered the arranged engagement between Pandora and the Sun Prince Jason. The union of the moon deity and the Sun Prince was an obligatory tradition handed down through generations. Though unfair, Pandora couldn't ascend to the throne without marrying the Sun Prince. That was the rule.
My days are about to get busier.
She was obligated to collaborate closely with Jason to maintain the harmony of day and night on Earth.
And perhaps we'll only meet during full moon. Huh? Is that so?
Understanding that nothing lasts forever and all children must grow up, but Serena was still reluctant to bid farewell to the beautiful moments she shared with Pandora.
Accept this token. As long as you keep me in your thoughts, the necklace will forever glow.
Serena reciprocated by gifting Pandora a necklace, accompanied by a similar promise.
Huh?
Pandora, I've been searching for you everywhere. Oh, who's this?
Sirena, my dearest friend.
Given the impending wedding preparations, Jason invited Serena back. Serena, restive, feared the end of enchanting times. Her fears were realized. Jason was a bad person with his overbearing nature. Since his arrival, the encounters between Pandora and Serena became infrequent. Whenever they met, he was always tagging along. Worse still, he intentionally dropped playful flirtatious words to Serena whenever he was near. And there was a strange aspect to this. He was oddly fixated on Pandora's moon scepter. Serena had warned about Jason's dubious actions on several occasions, but Pandora consistently dismissed her.
No matter how Jason is, I'll still marry him. How could you understand the expectations my family had placed on this wedding? Blind love had clouded your judgment.
During the wedding, Serena secretly arranged to have a conversation with Jason.
If you hurt my friend, I won't spare you.
Is that so?
Unexpectedly, Jason seized Serena and kissed her.
Are you out of your mind?
However, it was too late. Pandora had witnessed everything.
Traitor! Leave! I never want to see you again!
Despite Serena's explanations, Pandora refused to listen. Turned out, this was Jason's scheme to drive a wedge between the two friends. Upon returning to the sea, Serena could no longer feel the tether between her and Pandora. And without that connection, the ocean's ethereal spirit would lose her might in the frigid loneliness. She envisioned a future where they might never cross paths again. She strove to rise, but creating a tidal wave was beyond her reach. As a result, she became encased in ice.
I'll miss you forever.
As for Pandora, after the wedding ceremony, Jason began to change his attitude.
From this moment forth, the moon scepter is mine!
Jason desired absolute control over both day and night in the mortal realm. He aimed to eradicate the Moon Kingdom, so that nothing could illuminate the human world during the night, and the sun would seize dominion over everything.
Was everything a trap? How dreadful!
Regret overwhelmed Pandora. Her ambition to become queen had led her to marry someone as vile as Jason. Her intention had been to gain authority and gradually reform the antiquated marriage tradition between the moon and the sun. It's over. I've ensnared your fellow deities. No one can aid you now.
What is this?
Terrified that Serena might have faced misfortune, Pandora temporarily subdued Jason and plunged into the sea.
No, Serena! It's all my fault!
Their profound connection melted Serena's icy heart. The frost covering her form gradually dissipated, revealing her original splendid sea nymph appearance. Misunderstandings were vanquished. You bring naught but trouble. I shall crush you and forever hold Pandora captive. Forever!
I shan't allow you to do whatever you want. No! Be careful, Serena!
Pandora summoned an extraordinary surge of power, releasing it to vanquish Jason permanently. However, he took her away with him, leaving Serena in profound sorrow. Following the events, the Sun Kingdom appointed Jason's elder sister to rule. In an effort to redeem herself, she abolished the traditional custom of seeking marriage between the moon and the sun. Luna, Pandora's younger sister, stepped up temporarily to take her place. Every night, Luna would cast down moonlight to grant Serena absorbed strength. Yet, that radiance couldn't match Pandora's warmth. Serena's necklace continued to emit light ceaselessly, as she attempted time and again to search for her friend. However, her friend had now become completely distant, leaving behind no trace. Still, Serena persisted. With the necklace's glow enduring, she would forever await Pandora. Time flowed on, passing more than a century. Then, one day, the necklace suddenly went out, leaving Serena utterly disappointed. Just as she was about to give up, a miracle happened. Pandora was there. She had truly returned. Serena whispered to herself that everyone only has one kindred spirit, and once found, they would hold on to that person. Historia is a gentle, feminine princess, beautiful like a goddess. In stark contrast is the ruthless female vampire, Bellatrix. Surprisingly, these two share a special bond. Historia was molded into the ideal princess, whether she wanted it or not.
Historia! Stand up straight! Let your hair grow long. Wear more feminine dresses. Eat with elegance. You must smile. You must be kind. That's what it means to be feminine. That's what it means to be a princess.
Historia's goodness inadvertently led her to...
All right, you have to run now.
Rescue Bellatrix, who would become a self-centered vampire queen. She transforms beautiful men and women into vampires. She devastates the human lands to expand her vampire territory. But after years of inconclusive warfare, she decides...
Kidnap the human princess to threaten them!
Bellatrix attacks Historia and the neighboring Prince Aaron during their excursion. Despite having weapons against vampires, Aaron and his soldiers are defeated. But Bellatrix and Historia are taken aback when...
You are that person?
Aaron seizes the opportunity to capture Bellatrix while she's distracted. He accomplishes a great feat and is rewarded with Historia's hand by the king.
Do I really love Aaron? Yeah, but I'm a princess. I have to obey.
But what Historia truly cares about is Bellatrix. She's kept as a hostage to negotiate with the vampire clan.
Princess, thanks for saving me back then, so I can go on to feast on human blood. Ha ha.
Bellatrix expected Historia to berate her, but...
This is food. Just tell me what you need. Just don't do bad things anymore.
Huh. Why? Aren't you afraid I'll capture you? Why don't you yell at me?
Ha! A princess can't do that. I have to redeem you, for everyone's sake.
Hypocrite! You hypocrite! Don't even try to deceive me!
Bellatrix has never known love. Her parents only wanted her to become a ruthless machine. Servants and humans used to fear her. The princess's kindness truly touches her. The following night, Historia visits the female vampire again.
Why the long face? Did your father get bitten by vampires?
Actually...
Due to a delayed meeting with Erin, the princess is severely scolded.
They say I'm not a proper princess. I just bother them.
You hypocrite! I'm cruel, I'm selfish, but I'm definitely happier than you. If you can't think for yourself, then cry for the rest of your life.
Being a princess, it's not that easy, is it?
The next day, the princess has to meet Erin.
I don't want to meet Aaron. I don't love him. Should I listen to Bellatrix? Aaron? I'm not feeling well. Can we skip our meeting today? Aaron agreed immediately. What should I do, huh? No one told me what to do?
For the first time, Historia has a day to herself, not having to play the perfect princess.
It's all thanks to you. I really appreciate your advice.
Nonsense!
From then on, the princess heeds Bellatrix's advice.
If you don't like the prince, why meet him? If long hair bothers you, cut it. If the dress is uncomfortable, change it.
Wow. Oh my, she's so beautiful!
She's even more captivating than before.
Living as herself, Historia is much happier, even though some are alarmed by the change. The king tries to suppress Historia's rebellion, but when he scolds her...
Feminine? Act like a princess? Did you ever ask if I wanted this?
When she's imprisoned, she escapes in every way possible. In the end, the king is left with no options. It's no wonder that the princess becomes increasingly close to the vampire queen.
Thank you.
Thanks to Historia, Bellatrix gradually becomes more gentle and open. The two become friends, though Historia doesn't realize that it's all part of Bellatrix's plan.
Just a few more days, and when these wings are healed, Historia... No! I must escape from here!
Bellatrix's opportunity has also come.
Bellatrix? What's wrong, Bellatrix?
Vampires need moonlight energy, though. They won't let me. I can't survive.
Historia can't bear to see her friend suffer.
So seriously injured. She probably can't escape.
The princess secretly gets the key to the cage. But carelessly, Erin sees her.
Hang on, Bellatrix. Just a little longer.
And just as the cage is opened... Bellatrix seizes the chance. She never expected that this room had been sealed.
Don't let Bellatrix escape! I know everything now! So, Historia, I never expected.
Huh?
The Vampire Queen is quickly captured. Before defeating numerous soldiers, causing both the king and his horsemen great injury.
Father, let me go. It's not what you think. I trusted you. I considered you a friend. How could you lie to me? Why?
Bellatrix remains silent. She understands the pain of disappointing someone who loves you. Both are brought to trial the next day for their heinous crimes. Bellatrix must atone immediately, while Historia...
I know the princess is innocent!
The evil vampire used the princess!
She's released immediately. Perhaps everything was orchestrated.
I'm sorry, Historia, I betrayed your trust. You're my friend. I really thank you. Live happily, Cardiff, for yourself.
Historia realizes her friend has changed.
Run as soon as the cage is open. I'll cover for you.
But
don't ask why.
No one realizes Bellatrix has been untied until the cage is opened.
She's not tied up! Shoot her! Shoot her now!
She quickly takes flight. But when she reaches the blue sky, the vampire feels something is amiss. Historia has been struck by an arrow, and it's unlikely she'll survive. Humans with such severe wounds often do not recover.
There's only one way. Turn her into a vampire.
The king reluctantly accepts the only option to save his daughter. Historia is revived with a new identity.
Father? Erin? Bella?
She becomes a vampire. Bellatrix is exonerated, but Historia must leave the human kingdom forever.
No. But...
I'm sorry. You're a good guy. But I don't love you.
Historia is no longer human, but she's happy because she's free to live for herself. Bellatrix, on the other hand, becomes a gentler vampire queen and starts caring about others. And the two of them, now more than just kindred spirits, remain together as close friends for eternity.
Is the wedding truly the perfect ending of love? It could be true if you're reading a fairy tale. After going through many ups and downs, in the end, the princess and the prince will live happily ever after, and the curtain falls. But that does not happen in today's story. Let me go! Let me go, Cupid, and get divorced now! Right now! That beautiful princess named Selena from the Moon Kingdom and a valiant prince named Nova from the Starland. Their love had triumphed over the trials of time, even when Nova had to fulfill his royal duties far away. He had devoted himself to shorten the distance between them.
Well done, Nova! Congratulations on completing your duty!
the other hand, Selena was willing to give up the chance to become the heir of Skyland. To accept Nova's proposal, they were both unaware that love, though nurtured for many years with sacrifices and efforts, might not be enough to sustain their happiness. After 5 years of marriage, the Moon Princess and the Star Prince decided to part ways.
But why do we have to part ways?
For the 9th time this month, you want to go to Skyland? It's dangerous there, with wild Pegasus and lightning strikes lurking in the clouds.
I understand, it can be risky, Selena, but it's also exciting. I'll protect you.
No, no, no! I'm terrified of those dangerous journeys!
It turned out that the timid princess only desired a peaceful life, while her husband longed for adventurous escapades across the vast sky. But Selena's fear overwhelmed her, and she couldn't step out of her comfort zone to share in Nova's excitement.
Nova, set each other free!
Lost in sorrow, the two didn't realize that danger was approaching.
Selena?
Make your choice, my child. Unable to believe her eyes, Selena found herself thrust back 5 years into the past, to the day she decided not to come to Skyland and accept Nova's proposal. If given a second chance, she would.
I will go to Skyland.
Meanwhile, the loud explosion brought Nova into the future, 5 years ahead.
Daddy!
He couldn't believe that in the future, he became the leader of the Sky Protection Team. But the long adventures made him lonely. Nova suddenly understood his desire for peace with his loved ones. After much difficulty, they reunited with their family, and a new mission came.
Urgent news!
This is Monolith, the stone guardian of the Colossus Black Hole.
I'm sorry, but something big has happened. Huh?
The big event was about Skyland, a place where all the powers of the tribes on the sky converged. It was always threatened by the Colossus Black Hole. Monolith recalled that the last time the Black Hole wanted to swallow Skyland was 10 years ago, and a princess sacrificed herself, using her power to create a protective thread. These days, the thread was weakening, and Skyland was about to be swallowed by the Colossus Black Hole.
We'll go to Skyland.
Though she had been here for a few days, Selena, the Moon Princess, hesitated and only roamed around the Moon Island, where the power of her homeland was hidden, chasing after the warm light. Suddenly, a meteor shower came from nowhere.
No!
Selena, I've heard a lot about you. I'm Monolith.
Monolith enthusiastically wanted to take her around Skyland, but the timid princess was not willing. No.
Come on, not everyone can come here.
Those words made Selena think of Nova.
One day, I will come to Skyland.
Suddenly, she also wanted to experience the adventure that her husband always desired. It turned out that the large Pegasus were not fierce. It turned out that the clouds were not always filled with lightning or burning sun rays. They were soft and magical. It turned out that this was the happiness that Nova always talked about. Looking back, she realized that Nova never wanted to leave her. He just wanted to explore this wonderful sky together with Selena. Nova, I'm sorry. But just as Selena worried, along with the joy, every adventure always had dangers lurking.
Hold on to me!
What's happening?
The gravitational pull of the Colossus black hole is active again. It's a powerful black hole that can suck in everything around it, including Skyland.
So what about the power of the tribes? We can't let Colossus wipe everything out. Selena didn't know that, in another dimension of space, her loved one was also extremely worried about the pull of the black hole. He struggled using the light from stars to move the black hole, but it seemed futile. It barely budged. In the past, Selena attempted to construct a stone barrier, but it wasn't very promising. It was so difficult that she barely managed to save Monolith, the stone guardian. The black hole was getting wider, and the stars were the next target for Colossus. Huh? This is not looking good. The Star Tribe won't make it. Oh, Nova, what should I do? Without much time to hesitate, the Moon Princess had to make a decision. She transformed all her magic into a massive force and turned it into a protective thread around Skyland. Nova, I love you. Selena was exhausted and almost out of strength.
Huh?
Tell Nova I picked up this gemstone from Skyland to give to him. I'm sorry for everything. Finally, Skyland was peaceful again. But in the future, the Colossus black hole continued to release violent storms, like monsters ready to swallow everything. Its current prey was the power of the moon. This worried Nova greatly.
Huh? Selena?
Nova made a firm decision and put all his strength into summoning the stars around Skyland. By his command, they gathered together and formed a prison surrounding the black hole. Everything returned to its original state.
Bring this to my wife. Tell her I love her. I'm sorry.
Thus, in the two dimensions of space, the Moon Princess and the Star Prince disappeared in the suffering of the Stone Man Monolith.
What a wonderful love story!
It turned out that Monolith had collaborated with Cupid. Cupid didn't want to witness the young couple parting in regret. So together, with the god of time Kronos, the dream god Morpheus, and the stone man Monolith, they created a perfect plan. Kronos brought Selena back to the past to try to set foot on the interesting places she missed. On the other hand, Morpheus wove a dream for Nova's soul to live in. The scenery was an illusion, but the thoughts and emotions were his.
Selena?
Nova woke up while Selena was still talking to the Supreme Goddess. I will reward you with a chance to be reborn. Stay here and take over Skyland. Are you hesitating? Aren't you always scared of the dangers that lurk outside? Stay here. This peaceful place will make you happy. From Cupid, Nova knew about his wife's meeting with the Supreme Goddess.
What if Selena chooses to stay there? What if she doesn't need me anymore? Oh no, I'm so awful. Then you'll be free. Isn't that your dream? To be free to explore everywhere without worrying about your wife's demands. No, Monolith, my adventure would be so dull without her.
No matter what Selena's choice was, he would pursue his love once again. Nova!
You?
The journey to the past had led her out of her comfort zone. More importantly, she realized, I've come to realize that there is no peace anywhere without you. Now Selena and Nova were ready to accompany each other, whether in familiar places or on new adventures. In their story, the wedding is not the perfect ending to love. Love is a journey, and two people will enjoy that journey together with understanding and sharing.
Once upon a time, there was an incredibly enchanting and romantic sea region, the home of beautiful and talented mermaids. They were beings that gave life to the great ocean and could communicate with all other marine creatures. That day was a really special day there, a day when they welcomed a new queen for the Enchanted Sea. Queen Serena was the most powerful mermaid in the Enchanted Sea, who was always respected by all for her kindness. Meanwhile, deep within the ocean, the Aquaman tribe was also holding a ceremony to crown their new king, the talented King Arthur. They had the power to control the flow of the sea as they wished. For ages, there had been a rivalry between the mermaids and the Aquaman tribe, each having unique powers, preventing them from overpowering the other. One day, a strange illness struck the Enchanted Sea, leaving the mermaids suddenly weak and tired. Blaming Aquaman for this, Serena was furious and determined to confront them. However, before she could reach their palace, she found Arthur on her territory.
Arthur, the rumors about you were true! Heartless creatures! And here I was considering making amends with you!
It's me who could say that! I thought you had changed, but it seems you were just pretending to be kind to hide your true nature.
You poisoned my enchanted sea, and now you dare to accuse me?
What are you talking about? You're the ones who poisoned it. If you don't provide the antidote, I'll cleanse this entire sea. Neither was willing to back down, so they decided to determine who the rightful ruler of the sea would be.
Please, both kings and queen, stop! The cause of the poisoning is not the other party, but an ancient recurring illness that appears every 1,000 years.
You know what about?
Is there a way to save them? There is a way, but it requires both of you to cooperate. Only then can you retrieve it.
Despite their strong dislike for each other, they had to join forces for the sake of their people. Following the Sea Witch's guidance, they ventured to the depths of the ocean to find the miraculous pearl, which held the power to cure that dreadful disease. To reach it, they had to swim through a poisonous coral reef. Serena remembered Arthur's earlier criticism of her people and couldn't resist playing a prank on him. Unexpectedly, Arthur's quick reflexes caused a small turtle nearby to bear her prank.
Oh no!
What did you intend to do?
But we have to save the turtle first.
It's just a few pieces of coral. That little guy will make it out by himself quickly.
Those are toxic corals. If touched, they can cause swelling and even be fatal.
And you wanted to push me in there?
Huh? I'm not talking to you anymore.
As Serena was figuring out how to rescue the little turtle, Arthur carefully stepped into the coral reef. He led the turtle out step by step to prevent it from being startled, getting hurt. However, as they were about to leave, Arthur unintentionally stepped on a piece of coral, causing it to make a loud noise, startling the turtle, which quickly swam away. And Arthur's hand touched the coral branch nearby. The poison made his hand swell, causing immense pain. He gradually lost consciousness. Despite her hatred for Aquaman, Serena felt partly responsible for Arthur's injury. Moreover, she also needed his help to retrieve the pearl, so she decided to use her powers to save him. After being cured of the poison, Arthur gradually recovered. He was surprised to know that Serena had saved him. On their journey, they didn't argue anymore. They worked together to overcome a long and treacherous path filled with fearsome sea creatures. Serena, with her extensive knowledge of marine life, pointed out their weaknesses. Then, Arthur used his strength to defeat them easily. Together, they vanquished all the terrifying creatures. Finally, they arrived at the location of the magical pearl, as guided by the Sea Witch. Upon obtaining the pearl, they immediately returned. The Sea Witch was waiting near the toxic coral reef.
Finally, the two of you are back! I was so worried, so I came out here to wait. We've obtained the pearl. What do we have to do next? You've done it well. Now please leave the rest to me.
the sea witch suddenly snatched the pearl from Serena's hand. What are you doing?
You fools! The disease affecting both of your tribes was just a little trick of mine. My real purpose was to lure you to retrieve this powerful pearl for me. Now I will become the lord of this ocean!
Then, she immediately absorbed the power of the magical pearl, and she began to attack Serena and Arthur. The difficult journey they had just been through had drained their strength. Arthur tried his best to use the last strength to resist, but he was gradually exhausted. It seemed like they would be defeated by the sea witch. A giant turtle suddenly swam up from nowhere and rammed the sea witch, leaving her dazed. During Arthur's battle with the sea witch, Serena had quickly used her powers to call the giant turtle for help. Then, seeing a toxic coral branch floating by, she came up with a plan.
Giant turtle! Help me break those coral branches!
The giant turtle immediately swam into the toxic coral. Because of its thick skin, the toxic coral branches were unaffected to the turtle.
Excellent, Arthur! The rest is up to you.
Understanding Serena's intention, Arthur redirected the water currents, gathering all the broken coral branches. Next, Arthur controlled these branches to surround the sea witch. However, even with this, the sea witch proved challenging to defeat.
It's time to end this and open a new era for the sea!
But as she was about to finish them off, her arm suddenly swelled, followed by her entire body.
What's happening? I wasn't hit by your attacks earlier!
It turned out that she had been too complacent and hadn't noticed that a few toxic coral branches had touched her. Unable to use her magic any longer, the giant turtle quickly pulled her away.
Where will it take her to? What about the coral's poison?
It's taking her to the Dead Sea. With her current weakened strength, she'll be fine. The poison will just make her a bit weaker.
The long journey had given both of them a different perspective on each other. Right. Let's go back to see what happened to the others. Suddenly, representatives from both tribes arrived there to find them. It seemed that the sea witch's spell had worn off, and everyone had recovered their health.
If everything is okay now, we should return.
Serena, I'm sorry.
Sorry for what?
In the past, my tribe was taught that mermaids could manipulate and control sea creatures, making them work hard for us. That's why we resented your kind. But in reality, I see that you care deeply for those creatures.
In fact, I've often heard about the cruelty of Aquaman, those who exploit the power of the ocean to destroy life. So...
It turns out we've misunderstood each other all this time. So, what do you think about the two tribes building a long-lasting relationship? From that day on, the enmity between the two tribes was resolved. They lived together in harmony from then on.